about to listen to is incredibly stupid. Listener discretion is advised.
In the wintertime, a bunch of white old men in top hats gather around a tree stump. People get up early to watch them as they pull a big giant rat out of one of the trees, which, by the way, is called Gobbler's Knob. All right?
I think Tyvis Powell has that on his unlocked Amazon Fire
Gobbler's
Stick.
Knob!
Featuring Panama Ted.
I'm a dork and stupid.
Timmy Hall.
I love a good, thin meat.
And a crap ton of random sounds from the internet.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
You're a little stupid.
Not on my watch.
My butt's sore. Holler.
I like that laugh.
Welcome to Man and Bone.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
We got a big show today. It's probably our last one. We're going to get fired, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, it's going to be a weird one today, folks.
We have Inside the NFL, all the news and notes you need coming up at 3:46. Rapid fire at 4:30. Game show in the 5 o'clock hour. What do we got, Bone?
Well, this week it is apparently today is National Guitar Day.
Okay.
I'm sure there's also like a National Guitarist Day. There's a National Acoustic Guitar Day. There's a National Strum Your Guitar Day. But today is apparently National Guitar Day. So in honor of that, we're doing guitar trivia. All guitars.
All right, here's some inside baseball for you. Here's why we're probably going to get fired at some point today. See, at the radio station here, we have a thing called a delay system.
Mm-hmm.
That enables Teddy to dump out of any programming he deems to be offensive. And by he, I mean that violates FCC rules and regulations. Because while a lot of you listen to us on podcast where there are no rules, this audio originates on FM airwaves.
Mm-hmm.
Where we do have rules. Our delay system, how long is it, Ted? Like 12 seconds, 13 seconds?
16.
16 whole seconds. Where we can go back in time and just erase everything that goes over the air. However, today, the delay system is, as the kids say, broke.
Yeah, that's right.
So we have no buffer. Now you'd say, well, Common Man, what's the problem? You guys are professionals. You don't take calls. There shouldn't be an issue. And normally there wouldn't be because I've only had to dump myself out maybe 2 times in my 21-year career. But just knowing that it's not there, I think today that's going to drive us over the edge. We're going to say things we normally wouldn't say because it's top of mind now.
Yeah, it's like a kid who can probably ride their bike fine, but the first time you take the last training wheel off the bike, and then they're like, oh, now there's nothing. It's like, yeah, but you weren't really using the training wheel anyway. You're fine. You know what you're doing. We know what we're doing. We should be okay. But now it's real. Now at any moment, if we decide or accidentally let one slip out, could be the end.
That's it for us.
Working without a net today, buddy.
Teddy, do you have confidence that we will be professional broadcasters today?
I have confidence in the two of you. Yes, you can do it. Maybe not. I don't know.
I feel like Teddy is a little like, Teddy's even like, I don't want to say too much because, Ted, you're working without a net too here. I mean, you're the one.
Jen Winters is not allowed to come down here today.
We've locked the doors, yes.
Dom is not allowed to come in here either. Didn't he have a swear? I think on
he
the air?
did. Yeah, on
not
Bo's,
too long ago?
Bo, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, none of that. I propose, Mike, that anytime we even think we're close to swearing, maybe we should just have a word, like a safety word we blurt out there instead of any curse words. Because I don't even want to get close today. I don't even want to say, like, what the H, you know?
What the H?
Or dang it, you know? Like, I don't want to say them just because that's going to put me in the spirit of, like, oh, maybe it's okay. Maybe we're just hanging around at the bar.
All right, we've asked Ted to, have all wholesome audio first today to play. He's assured me that our first little clip that we're going to play is very wholesome.
Okay.
This happened in an NBA game. Apparently, it's all the rage.
Yeah, somebody got Dick in the face, Craig. See if he's okay.
Ted! We have no delay, Ted.
No, come on. That's Grady Dick. Grady Dick plays basketball in the NBA.
That's his name.
Yeah, he played for Kansas, right? He was a highly touted recruit.
Yeah, somebody got Dick in the face, Craig.
So that was Houston Rockets announcer Ryan Hollins, former NBA player, talking about Raptors guard Grady Dick getting hit in the face during a game. they just, in the game, they're calling it on TV. He is on the ground, writhing in pain, grabbing his face. And then, Ryan Hollins is looking at the replay going, oh, yeah, it looks like someone hit him in the face. Except he phrased it odd. He had to issue an apology for that.
Why?
Well, he said that basically that it's just one of those words.
It is one of those words. Can you imagine if Bobby Carpenter was on a broadcast where he had to call that? He wouldn't let it go.
No, he wouldn't. Not at all. Here's the apology. He said, when play stopped, you go to replay. Upon the replay, you could see the hit to the face as we explain why he stayed on the floor. Yes, after saying it, you realize you said what you said, and you feel the childish embarrassment. Later in the game, one of our guys was knocked down for some time, and the exact phrase was said, he got blank in the face. Talking about Grady Dick.
Dicker! The kicker!
We talked for 2 hours plus. There's a 5-second clip running rampant? I don't know. Please gather context next time. From the rest of his career, it's just one of those names. Above all, if there's anyone offended, I send my apologies. Love you guys. Check us out the next game. Yeah, Grady Dick is just one of those names that's going to be there for you at any moment. Could be a lot of funny ways that word could pop up in his last name. That's
Jack and Dick.
Jarrett Jack. That was a basketball player, wasn't it? Jarrett Jack. Maybe,
that's right.
Maybe the two of them could have. I mean, I think they're a few years apart, but maybe they could be on the court together and have that happen.
Jack and Dick, 14 BNAs.
Well, these are just things that we used to run on this station when there was no delay anyway.
We had a morning show on this here radio station back when it was not inhabited by idiots like us, and it was called Jack and Dick. And so we got a bunch of tag sing-alongs for that.
It's breakfast with Jack and Dick.
That's
they had to know what they were doing. Like, you can say, like, oh, it was wholesome back then. Let me tell you something, man. The jingle singers, they knew exactly what they were doing.
When they got the note from WBNS in Columbus, like, hey, it's time for more Jack and Dick songs, they were like, hell yeah, let's go. I mean, heck yeah.
Start the day right, read the daylight. It's breakfast with Jack and Dick. Hit the floor and make for the door. It's breakfast with Jack and Dick. Make it a brand new morning. Give it a brand new kick. On WBNS. It's breakfast with Jack and Dick.
Good old days of radio.
Man, that is a long promo.
That's 30 seconds, baby.
Woo!
That's the good old days, man, when you would just pay off the DJ with some blow.
Is that right?
So he'd play your favorite song? You think Jack and Dick had to deal with blow?
I don't know. I don't know how much of that was going on around here. I do know that Ted one time attempted to sing the Jack and Dick clip that you play.
Jack and Dick.
That may be my favorite of all of them, Ted.
Jack and Dick. Nailed it.
I love that so much.
All right, we got no delay today.
Play that at my funeral, next week, whenever that is. Just play it then.
Fox estimates that first of all, the estimate was 126 million, which would have been an all-time record.
What are we talking about?
Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Fox estimated that 126 million people watched the Super Bowl. However, we've settled on a different number, 127.7 million people watched the Super Bowl. That is a new record. When I first saw that, I actually said out loud, for that piece of crap.
Right. Bad game.
That game was bad. It was over for the most part in the second half. And that is the highest audience of all time? God bless.
Well, there is a bit of an asterisk with this. Do you know the difference? Do you know the asterisk that came along this year?
No. What is it?
Usually, when they measure this thing, they measure all the set boxes, right? The people who have the Nielsen rating thing in their house to measure that they're watching TV. And they would measure in the top 44 markets what they call the out-of-home viewing, which is bars and restaurants that are showing the game, but only for the top 44 markets did they do that.
Okay.
So big cities, right? Columbus would be in this, but let's say, I don't know, Wichita, Kansas might not be in it. Well, this year they said we're measuring all of the out-of-home viewing. They put meters everywhere. They didn't just limit it to the top 44 markets.
It wasn't like before when you just had the box.
Right. So they
think
measured.
Jack and Dick had to deal with the box?
Jack and Dick.
I don't know if they did. But also they measured that now we all have a lot of people have smart TVs, so that added more people that they could monitor, basically. I don't know where we signed up for that, but I guess we did. Anyway, so this number is large. My guess is if the game is better next year,
it'll be larger.
It'll be an even bigger number than it already is, which is still a record. So, NFL's not slowing down.
I want to talk about our little pizza thing, which is taking the city by storm. I think we're going to have to rain on some people's parades coming up next.
Oh.
We'll keep it clean.
Oh, okay.
I promise. I mean, I want to make a joke about my pepperoni-sized man nipples, but I won't.
Please don't. Don't do that.
Not the cup and char. I'm talking like the huge sandwich pepperonis.
I got you.
The big ones.
You got the deli pep over there, yeah. My guy.
Just big, flaccid discs. Discs.
Jack and disc.
This is good. Hey, man, that'll teach fish to throw us on the air with no delay.
Yeah. The engineers are like, what do we got to do to get this fixed? They're all running right now.
They've been working on it since the morning.
Timing up that disc.
Hey, there we go.
All right, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit some slower traffic on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East Split and Livingston Avenue. And there's a 5-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and 33. This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. The one you love is the light of your life. And if you're like most of us, you want to do whatever you can to nurture your relationship. But if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction, you know the impacts the condition is likely having on you and your partner. ED is a relationship destroyer. It can contribute to depression, distancing, conflicts, and even breakups and divorce. And what's so disturbing about this is that most men who suffer with ED can be successfully treated, but a lot of guys don't seek treatment when they should. At Tri-State Men's Health, we have protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases. In fact, if you're like most guys, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and maybe find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. So call Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Say yes to Diamond Seller's Wedding Weekend on February 21st and 22nd. Enjoy buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and special no-interest financing on engagement rings. Visit us in-store and learn more at diamondseller.com.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Bone, did you know that the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus has over 30 TVs, 2 massive video walls? They even have recliners, a full-service bar and restaurant, a betting counter, and over 30 kiosks?
I did know that, but I also know that you can reserve a table right now at Hollywood Casino Columbus at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook and guarantee your spot and get some game day swag while you do it. Just visit hollywoodcolumbus.com/casino/sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Valentine's Day is a good deal sweeter when you shop at Meijer. This week, select bagged Valentine's Day candy is buy one, get one 50% off. Fresh from Meijer chocolate dipped strawberries are just $9.99. Certified Angus beef New York strip steak is $11.99 a pound. And our floral department is overflowing with beautiful fresh Valentine's Day bouquets and flower arrangements. Count on Meijer to bring more from the heart to Valentine's Day. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store, in the Meijer app, and online at Meijer.com.
Love is in the air at the Schottenstein Center this Friday, February 14th and Saturday, February 15th. Join the Buckeyes as they take on Wisconsin. Friday night, don't miss Hearts and Hockey as the Buckeyes spread the love on Valentine's Day. Buy your tickets at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. For over 3 decades, Cordell & Cordell has been on the front lines of family law. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. Sundays at 11, it's the Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. You're welcome.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Looking at a cloudy and dreary day in the Columbus metro area. Today's high will be 34. There will be some snow once you get down towards Pickaway County, down towards Ross and Vinton counties. Could be looking at some light accumulations down there. Tonight we drop down to 27. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Barely famous, incredibly stupid. Back to Man and Bone.
Happy Tuesday. So glad you're here. 3 hours a day, every single day. Tell a friend. Tell them how stupid we are. All right, we are doing Pizza Madness.
Yes.
64 pizza places. We're using the word local, and we're going to define local in a second.
Mm-hmm.
And they fight to the death. A lot of this is you, the listener, voting. A lot of it is us voting because we've eaten a lot of pizza and will continue to eat a lot of pizza, you know, in the name of science.
Right. Now, in this 64-team bracket, which is not out yet, okay, it's going to be out in a few weeks. We'll get it out there so you can look at it. We're going to do this well ahead of time. This year, we're actually prepared for our Food Madness bracket.
Well, we have to be prepared because we're incorporating real businesses into the fray here, as opposed to just like, hey, Twinkies, 16 seed.
Right.
We can do what we want with that, but this is real business we're talking about.
Yeah, and so we want to be able to put the bracket out there for at least a week, let people see it. People can, you know, maybe you're one of these businesses, you're one of these pizza places, you can like tell people that you know, like,
tell
hey,
your customers, repost it, retweet it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we're in this thing. Vote for us when the voting goes live. But we have been taking submissions for the bracket as to which of these pizza places should be in.
The submissions are now closed because we've gotten too many of them.
Right.
It's over 1,000.
It's insane.
I mean, it's a 64 limit that we have here, and we got over 1,000 places. And a lot of these places, while popular and getting votes and suggestions, I feel like we have to draw the limit as to what local means. For example, we've gotten several suggestions for places in like Logan and Nelsonville. Are we classifying that? Should they be eligible?
I feel like, and again, this is not based on any science as far as distances driven or anything like that. Okay. I feel like past Lancaster going southeast, we're counting Lancaster as local. That's good. Right? Lancaster is one barrier.
I feel like that has to be included.
Well, I mean, I live in Marysville, so I'm going to loop Marysville in because that feels...
We've gotten suggestions for Bell Fountain. Is Bell Fountain too far?
I think Bell Fountain's too far. And I know we have a couple listeners that will get very upset about that. I'm sorry. I think just for the purposes of... We're trying to do local places here, you know, and I think we can still count in, like, Delaware. That's local, right? But Marion, not local. Like, Marion's a little too far.
I'm just saying, where do we draw the line?
Yeah, for us, that's. I'm going to say Delaware. If we go over to the east, like Newark, we're good there, right? That's about as far east.
Yeah, but east of that.
Yeah, east of that, no. I mean, south. I don't think we're going down to like Circleville, are we? I mean, that seems pretty far south, doesn't it? Could be wrong.
Can you still get us on the signal down in Circleville?
I think you can get us in Circleville. I bet you can.
Absolutely.
I bet you can.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Teddy, do you think we're being too stringent with these rules?
No, I mean, because here's the thing. We have to cut it off at some point, right?
Yeah, at certain points we're doing pizzerias in Mexico, Teddy. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah. So, and hey, if next year we decide to do this again at some point, maybe we, pick and choose a couple spots that are a little farther outside of our listening area.
Yeah, maybe we'll open it up. But we
got
like
a little wild card section. Hey, here's like 2 or 3 that get in.
We have so many suggestions. I don't think we're gonna have any problem filling out this bracket with and doing the seating is going to be the tough part. But we don't have any problem filling it up with just if we said just inside of 270, we would have no problem filling up the bracket. But including the outer belt and the suburbs and some of those exurb places, like I mentioned, I think that's good enough.
I've had a lot of people ask how we're actually going to do the seating. Well, we're going to do the seating largely based on the number of votes that came in the suggestion box, right?
That's right.
Because we have places that have had tons of votes, which means either they're getting it out to their customers or you are just very passionate about their product. So, one of those places could be a 1 seed that Bone and I haven't tried just because you guys like it so much. But Bone and I will reserve a 1 seed for each of us. We get to pick our own places.
Yeah, and I don't know. Ted, do you want one of those too? Do you want a 1 seed? Do you want to be able to pick someone?
I'm good. Yeah. I trust you guys.
Do you want to throw Kingies in there as a 1 seed? And that's your guys over there.
That's my side of town, yeah. Kingies. I hope they made it. If not...
Hey, they got votes. I saw plenty of votes for Kingies. I also saw, I think it's Little Sicily in Bryce.
Yes.
Which is right there off Gender Road,
I've actually had Little Sicily.
I have too, but, I mean, I used to live a minute down the street from that place growing up. I haven't had it in... probably over a decade.
Bone, for the sake of research and nostalgia.
I know.
You and me.
We got to go. But I'm saying, some of these places, I'm going to have to double check they're still around, right? So, I presume that place has got a lot of votes, but...
If it's getting votes,
I would hope be around. So, right? But I'm saying, I got to... We're going to confirm all this. We'll make sure all these places are, out there, that they're still making pizza. I don't want to accidentally put something on there that isn't even a place anymore.
Well, and if you decide, if you're a pizza owner, and you decide to bring product by the radio station, that is greatly appreciated. We will eat it. We will enjoy it. That will have no bearing on the vote process.
It's research purposes only.
Yes.
We'll take it in and put that in as part of, not because you brought it. You could bring it and actually lower your score.
That's true.
You could bring us pizza.
You better be confident in what you bring.
A lot of people voted for this. We take a bite of it and go, people are dumb.
Yeah.
And then we just take you off put you down, put you further.
If you bring it in and there's $1,000 in cash in there, who's to say what might happen?
Teddy, I like this. This is good. This is the new America, Teddy. I like it.
Hey, man, let's make a deal. Yeah. Let's make a deal. I'm all about it.
There's my number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, so you get the idea. We're going to hopefully get this all sorted out in the next week or so, and we'll have a bracket for you to look at. And then everybody can get mad about where we seated your favorite pizza place and all of that.
You're going to get mad about pizza. All right? I've determined that pizza is the number one thing that we yell about outside of hey, your daughter's ugly. You have just as visceral a reaction if you say, hey, that pizza place that you like, I had it. Sucks. Terrible. Right. What are you talking about? It's fighting words. That's what the Hatfields and McCoys were fighting about.
Yeah.
Their pizza place.
Yeah. Who can blame them? That's passionate stuff right there. I saw a few submissions we had for Possum Holler Pizza.
Possum Holler?
In Obetz,
I have never heard of them.
I remember hearing of that place, but I've never had it. Or I'll tell you what, if I have had it, I've forgotten. Not because it was bad, just because I'm stupid. Is that place still going? Because if it is, we'll throw it in there, of course.
Possum Holler, Teddy.
How about that raccoon pizza that we were going to have?
Let's do it. Let's get that. Why not?
Hey, if raccoon's your specialty, send us a raccoon pizza. Yeah. I'll eat it. I will say this, though. I'm going to have to recuse myself if we get a pizza in here and it's a battle and, one is a regular sauce pizza. The other one's a really sweet sauce pizza.
Yeah, you don't like the sweet
sauces. Because I don't like sweet, and I'm going to vote against you every single time. So I don't even think I should have a say in that.
Oh, See, that's good of you
I don't
to
want
know your
I don't want to
limits.
sway it.
No, I can eat a sweet sauce pizza all day.
I know, because a lot of people love sweets. Obviously, there's a reason why they do it, because people like it.
By the way, Jackie, who, no joke, Jackie on our YouTube channel.
Jackie Pancake?
Well, now she's Jackie Pizza, because I think she's realized where the tea leaves are headed here.
But Jackie hates Tommy's.
Literally, her username is Jackie Pizza, parentheses, Tommy sucks. She says, I had possum holler a few weeks ago. It was okay. So if Tommy's sucks,
she thinks Tommy sucks.
This may be the greatest pizza I've ever had, because I love Tommy's. And if you think it sucks, then maybe possum holler's good. Maybe you don't know what you're talking about, Jackie.
We will include some chains. They probably will get very low seeds. Low meaning like 15 seed, 16 seed.
And I would really hesitate, given the response we got. I would hesitate to put in like a Pizza Hut over a local place with the number of submissions we got. However, some people did vote for those places, so we gotta weigh all that out.
I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to gaining about 20 pounds throughout the entire process, and I'm looking forward, when it's all said and done, we're going to have a trophy to present to the winning pizzeria. And it would give us such great pride for you to display that in your shop proudly.
Yeah. We want to we want this. This is special to us. We care about pizza. We're passionate about it. Nobody out pizzas man and bone.
No.
That's what I've heard.
No.
Is that not right?
We have the breasts to prove it. James Franklin meeting with the media today, talking about his new buddy, Jimmy Knowles. I'll tell you what he had to say coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute delay due to a disabled vehicle that's blocking the left center lane on eastbound 70 on the east side after Miller Avenue. It is stop and go from the 71 east split. We also have a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by eBay. We all got a thing. Yes, even you. If you love fashion, car parts, trading cards, whatever you're into, it's on eBay. So go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. As football winds down, college basketball is gearing up, and fans are ready to see which teams will prove they are ready to shine in March and who will be seen in San Antonio. You can get in all the action from tip-off to the final whistle at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Right now, new ESPN Bet Sportsbook customers can bet $10 and get $100 back in bonus bets and unlock 30 days of ESPN Plus. Download the app. Sign up with the promo code Radio100 to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
If your garage door is so loud that you can hear what I'm saying, but zero chance to really make out the words I said, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Murdering brain cells, one show at a time. Back to Man and Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends Care Heating and Cooling. All right. James Franklin, Penn State head coach, meeting with the media today, talking about a variety of things. I think they just lost their running backs coach, whatever. But he was asked about Jim Knowles, and he's talking about the process that went into hiring Jim Knowles. He went out of his way to say that Jim Knowles had all intentions of going to Ohio State's national championship celebration on the 26th? Oh, I'm sure that he did. That's not in dispute. I'm also sure that Ryan Day looked at him in the face and said, if you're not committed to this team for next season, don't bother showing up, which is the same move I would have made.
Yeah, I mean, I'm torn on it personally just because I get it. It's like, that's not an accolade for saying who's with us. I mean, there are a lot of guys who are going to go play in the NFL after this game, right? I mean, Jack Sawyer joked about, like, I could come back next year. I will. And then he said, never mind. I'm not going. I'm going to make money. I'm going to make more money than I can here. My coaches told me to do that. But that's an honoring of the thing that you just did. Still, yeah, I don't know how in the world you could have him walk out on that stage and with all the reports that would be saying Jim Knowles is going to Penn State. Well, like not even across the country or not even to take like an NFL job.
That's the difference.
He's going to your Big Ten rival for at least another year or two.
We know what Ryan Day feels about Jack Sawyer, right?
Right.
If Jack Sawyer goes to Ryan Day and says, hey, man, I'm coming back, but I'm entering the portal. I'm going to Penn State. He's not going to the celebration either, buddy.
Well, yeah, but again, I do understand the idea of we're honoring the people who won this thing. Jim Knowles is absolutely a part of how they won it. Sounds like him and Ryan Day no likey. So they already didn't like each other. And then on top of that, you throw in, by the way, I'm leaving and going across the conference, not far away. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying I can understand honoring the commitment to what you did this year, but you're leaving. And it's Ryan Day's show. I mean, he won the national championship. He's the head coach. He gets to make the rules.
James Franklin says he got a call around 5:30 in the morning, 2 days after the national title game, that led him to believe that Jim Knowles could realistically be an option for Penn State. He said figuring out both sides' interest level took a little bit of time, and then it's can you get it done? And by can you get it done, will they allow me to spend the money to get it done?
Right. I'm sure he was probably wondering, too, how much money is that going to take? And the answer is he had to become the richest defensive coordinator in college football history, right? Yeah. At that time. I don't know if somebody's passed him since then.
I don't think so.
I would think not, given that he just was the guy on a national championship team and Penn State really was desperate to get him. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that James Franklin wasn't sure if that would happen, given that Penn State, while there's a lot of money there, what's their commitment level? You don't know until you go and ask all the boosters and make sure you've got the funds to do it, which apparently they did.
We apparently had a defensive coordinator candidate in town yesterday, former Lions coach, former Patriots coach, Matt Patricia was in town interviewing for the job. I have two thoughts on him.
Okay.
First of all, I'm not saying he does. He just looks like he smells bad. All right? He's just one of those guys.
A giant beard.
Not saying that he does, but just doesn't look like he smells like daisies.
Okay.
Also, you got to do something about that beard because we already have one famous beard. He's the head coach. You can't out-beard Ryan Day.
Oh, I'll tell
That's
you
not going to happen.
That beard is, I don't know what the terms are when Matt Patricia interviews for jobs, but if he's sitting there and they're like, all right, so you're going to trim that thing down? He's like, absolutely not.
You can't out-beard the beard.
Why not? I mean, I'm not saying it's a better looking beard. It's just more. Is that just because you have more of something doesn't mean it's better, does it? Ryan Day's beard is a little more, I would say, quality, whereas Matt Patricia's beard is quantity. So
he puts snacks in that thing and then just pulls them out.
Sure thing. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be something when we see him out there with a duck call and his Duck Dynasty guys out there on the sideline. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's actually like as a human, but it seems like he's the type of guy who has been in a duck blind before and wears a lot of camo. But yeah, whatever. I have seen some people's hot takes on this, which is he wasn't that good as an NFL head coach. So no, thank you.
Neither was Chip Kelly.
Right. Like, didn't we if you've forgotten what just happened, I would think that would be the proof was in the pudding this past year. Having someone who clearly knows how to run an offense was a good idea. Matt Patricia knows how to run defenses. I'm not saying that he is the greatest defensive mind ever. It does help that he worked for a guy named Bill Belichick.
Well,
and notably, Bill Belichick, while he's like hiring his sons, he hasn't called Matt Patricia and said, "Oh, you're interested in college jobs? I'm the head coach at a college, at a university now. You want to come down here?" That hasn't happened.
Well, maybe it has. Maybe Matt Patricia said, "You can't afford me."
Now, I guess. But
let's also
they can afford Mike Lombardi somehow.
They can afford his wigs. Let's be clear about this. Matt Patricia was a good enough defensive coach at the NFL level to become a head coach.
Yeah,
okay,
that's right.
Now, you can say, well, it was only because he was affiliated with the Patriots, but this is the type of guy that, to me, ticks the boxes Ryan Day is looking for. It's another guy that has executive experience. He knows what it's like to be the captain of the ship. He offers support in that area. He also, I think, appearance aside, commands instant respect when he walks in that room. Does he not?
Yeah, I think he would. And also, if anybody's not familiar or thinks like, he wasn't that good of an NFL head coach, like, I'm sure they'll find out very quickly, just to use a term your Bears have used, what his football knowledge is, right? I mean, the players are going to see that when he walks in, that he carries himself like a guy who ran defenses in the NFL for many years. He's going to be able to casually say, oh, yeah, when me and Bill Belichick worked together. You know, I think that goes a long way with recruits, with parents, with everybody involved with these players, and, of course, the players themselves. So, yeah, I think it's a very positive thing if that's what ends up happening.
All right, last night, Luka made his Lakers debut, scoring 14 points in 24 minutes. Things seemed to go well. Everybody was very excited about it. LeBron even went out of his way to say, hey, man, you're going to be introduced last tonight. That's usually an honor that goes to me, but it's your team now. Here you go.
Yeah, they went. I mean, this was... Did you know they bumped a college basketball game off the air in the middle of the game for this?
I did see that, and I saw that some people were not happy. As you know, I get that. I understand.
Yeah,
this is kind of a big deal.
Well, but it is the broadcasting, rule, right? That typically, if you start a broadcast, it's bad form to end it before the game is over. That's usually been frowned upon, but you can tell ESPN basically said, "Sorry, we think this is going to have more eyeballs." What I was seeing last night was because the game was supposed to tip off around 10:30 Eastern, and it was, I believe, Houston and Baylor that were playing the college basketball game, and it was like, 10:30, game should have been switched over, and they had a little thing saying, to finish watching this game, you're going to need to go to ESPNU or wherever it is, and then they went to a long commercial break, and people are like freaking out, like, where is this game? Why is the Lakers game not on? What is ESPN doing? And then, of course, they come back from commercial and they say, hey, if you want to keep watching this, go over there. Now, out to L.A. we go, and here's the Lakers game. I mean, it's obviously such a huge deal that ESPN is willing to bump a college basketball game for it. I think that's fairly notable. But, yeah, LeBron was, seemed to be pretty excited about having Luka out there. I also saw they said before the game that they had some of his music from Slovenia, or that he, like some music that he liked playing before the game.
We have samples of that?
I don't know if we do. I picture it's just...
Is it like techno?
Maybe. In my head, it's a guy with like a thick accent just singing popular songs, just like, I don't know. Kiss from a Rose.
So
yes.
It's
just sealed.
Just American songs, but sung by...
Big Pony Club. I want to go to the Big Pony Club. Like, that's what I think it is, even though it's not. That song?
No,
that's Chapel Roan.
I don't know what Pink Pony Club is.
Chapel Roan.
Is she the one that looks like a geisha?
She wears makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chapel Roan.
I mean, she didn't just wear makeup. It's
part of the costume.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
That's the costume.
It's like, women wear makeup. She paints her face.
Yes, she does.
Meanwhile, in Dallas, they're like lighting the arena on fire.
Oh, my gosh.
So Anthony Davis is dead. He's hurt now. He's gone. They're playing last night, and apparently the in-arena people are throwing people out left and right when they got signs that say fire the GM. What's the GM's name?
Nico Harrison, I think.
Right, and someone was on the Jumbotron on the Kiss cam, and he mouthed the words, fire Nico.
Yeah.
And they found him and threw him out. Meanwhile, Cuban, who sold his majority stake, but he's still a minority owner of the Mavs, he's there in his regular seats, and he's having yelling matches with other people in the stands.
Well, he's getting mad at some of the fans because they were chanting fire Nico while the Mavs were shooting free throws. And he's like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. And I'm sure those fans' response is like, well, everybody's going to boo the other team when they're shooting their free throws. We're going to make some noise when our team's shooting because that will stand out. People will hear it. It will draw attention. And it did. I think it's bad form if you're throwing people out. Like, they paid money for their tickets. They are mad at your organization, and yet they still came to these games and spent their money. You should let them be able to, again, within reason.
If they're using the type of language that makes other people uncomfortable, if they're writing bad words on signs, I get it. But if the sign says fire Nico,
yeah,
I'm sorry, we can't do anything about that.
Also, how is that any different than saying trade Luka Doncic because he's fat and doesn't care about anything, right? Like, what's more harmful to someone's ego? You saying that about, like, your star player, or someone saying, I don't like that you traded that guy. I hope you lose your job. You're not critiquing the man himself. You're just saying, I think this was a bad decision business-wise. From a business sense, you should be fired.
I'm not a big NBA guy, but I am a big dumpster fire guy, and so I will be paying attention to this situation in Dallas as the season unfolds. All the news and notes, I can't speak
News
worth
and
a
news.
crap. Is our delay still down, Teddy? Still not working?
Yeah, still not working, so be careful.
All the news and notes you need as we go inside the NFL. Coming up next, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is moving a little slow if you're on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Livingston Avenue and I-70. And we also have slower traffic on eastbound 670 between 3rd Street and 71. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you can easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Earn a $200 cash bonus with a home equity line of credit from BMI FCU. Visit bmifcu.org/home-equity for more details.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Regenerative treatments for joint pain are creating lots of excitement in the orthopedic community. QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Ray Tessner recalls a recent conversation with one of the country's most acclaimed orthopedic doctors.
He said, when you and I are young, the arthroscope was a quantum leap in treating orthopedic problems. I think regenerative medicine is the new arthroscope.
Surgery is no longer the go-to solution for chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back. QC Kinetics is leading the next quantum leap. All-natural regenerative treatments that provide relief and mobility.
I think one of the tenets of being a good physician is the old saying of do no harm. That's what I enjoy about this form of treatment is there's very little chance that we're going to cause harm, and that's refreshing to me to be able to eliminate the dangers that can come sometimes with surgeries.
Book your free consultation today in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus.
Hey, it's Anthony from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. If you're searching for a Honda lease deal here in Central Ohio, I know you've come to the right place. Leasing allows you to enjoy that flexibility in one of their fantastic, sharp, reliable vehicles. I'm so confident that Rich and his team can tailor a lease deal that's right for you. Like a 2025 CRV LX all-wheel drive, $349 a month for 36 months, 30,000 miles with only $19.99 down. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
There's a place where mishaps don't mean missing out. Welcome to AAA's The Plus Side, where a AAA Plus membership means that an empty gas tank won't keep you from a full day, where a flat tire doesn't have to deflate your mood, where being locked out doesn't mean you'll be out of luck for long, and where a dead battery can't stop you from being the life of the party.
Looks like you're all set here. Have a good rest of the day.
Because on the plus side, roadside mishaps don't have to ruin your day. With AAA Plus, you're covered with the gold standard in roadside assistance, whenever and wherever you need it. Tire changes, battery swaps, and emergency fuel are just a tap, click, or call away. AAA gets to you faster, and if you need a tow, we'll take you further, anywhere within 100 miles. Become a AAA Plus member today and experience the peace of mind that comes when you live on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply. Service is only available from AAA and CAA in North America.
Come cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball team as they take on the University of Washington at the Shot on February 12th. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace for Worthington Jewelers. Valentine's Day is upon us. Don't be a loser and forget again this year. Here at Worthington Jewelers, my store, I'm Bob Capace. We're giving you 35% off 14-karat gold and diamond jewelry. And how about 20% off sterling silver jewelry? We have something for every budget. Shop local and ask for me. Bob Capace. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com.
2025 Hondas in stock, fresh off the truck.
Come test drive one during Lindsay Honda's Cash for Clunkers. Up to $2,500 or $3,500 minimum for any trade. Just bring your clunker to Lindsay. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines, both $299 a month. That's $299 a month or clunker cash going on now.
The lot is full and the deals are on.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
And from every dime a dog night in the Midwest.
Because he's fat.
Here's Man and Bone.
Inside the NFL coming up in mere moments. Rapid fire at 4:30. Game show in the 5 o'clock hour. What is the game, Boner?
This week it is guitar trivia. Today is National Guitar Day, so we'll do some trivia about one of our favorite instruments.
Like to remind you that if you're a little gloomy, cloudy outside, cold outside, tomorrow, pitchers and catchers report for the Reds, and the Guardians are on Thursday. Spring is coming, regardless of what the big giant rodent told you.
Okay.
Although they were fighting, right? Because didn't Buckeye Chuck said early spring, but Punxsutawney Phil said 6 more weeks of winter.
I think you're right. And then
and the guy in the top hat says, I've never touched a boob.
He also says that Punxsutawney Phil has lived for like 200 years.
I think it's 300 years, isn't it?
But he's gone through like multiple wives because the wives keep dying because they don't get the special elixir that keeps him. This is real, folks. This is what they say. They say he's a long-living rodent, but that his wife, they won't give her the special elixir. She keeps dying. Got to get new rodent wife for him. But Punxsutawney Phil, he's been cranking out for 300 years. Let him live.
Why don't you go home to your wife tonight or significant other and just say, I want to give you my elixir.
Sure. See how that goes.
See what happens. Inside the NFL.
Common Man and T-Bone's Inside the NFL.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Bone.
Well, man, we are just after the Super Bowl. Obviously, the Eagles are your new champions, and they are having a parade. Philadelphia is planning for 1 million people to attend the parade for the Super Bowl 59 win. And that, of course, is set to start off on Friday.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, there you go.
City of brotherly love. Valentine's Day Super Bowl parade.
The team plans to descend the rocky steps of the Philadelphia Museum of Art at around 2 p.m. for a 75-minute ceremony, city leaders said at a Tuesday news conference. So they'll be showing replays of the game on large screens nearby. The parade itself will start at 11 a.m. near the South Philadelphia Stadium and proceed up Broad Street to City Hall, then west to the Ben Franklin Parkway to the Art Museum. And again, I always love it with Philadelphia that a fictional movie character who they made a movie about him being from that area and then getting a statue. One where famously, isn't that where they unveiled the statue in Rocky 3?
That's right.
And then Mr. T, that's when he does his hey, woman! Like he does that speech where he's like, you want a real man! And then tells her to come over. And that's when they're doing I love that that's where now actual sports championships are celebrated is at Sylvester Stallone's fake feet. I like that.
They're proud of that movie franchise. They should be proud of that movie franchise.
It's a great franchise. We love it. I'm just saying, it's funny to me. That's all. But anyway, that's what's going on. I also saw that your guy, Mike, Ken Dorsey.
Not my guy.
He's got himself a new gig.
What is it? Janitor at the Citgo?
No. Well, the Cowboys, of course, have promoted offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer, the guy who didn't call plays when the previous guy was the head coach, and now he's left, Mike McCarthy. So they've moved him up, but they need someone to help out with coordinating the passing game. So that appears it's going to be Ken Dorsey, the pass game specialist, will be there. Sources told that to ESPN on Monday, so we'll see if that pans out. But he may have found himself a new gig. Let him live. And meanwhile, there are mock drafts out for they've already been mock drafts, of course, for the NFL draft. But now we're through the playoffs. Now we're through the Super Bowl. We can get to really getting into mock draft season, Mike. And the first one I've seen from CBS Sports, they have number 1 overall, Cam Ward, of course, going to Tennessee. They hold the number 1 pick. Number 2, where the Browns sit, do they draft a quarterback, do you think? What do you think this mock draft says? Do they draft a quarterback or no?
No.
They say with the number 2 pick, the Browns, if he's there, will take Abdul Carter. Of course, to replace possibly Myles Garrett, who wants a trade. So I find that interesting. Shedeur Sanders, for what it's worth, the next quarterback off the board would go 6 to the Raiders.
I'm not a fan.
No,
I know a lot. I know a lot of people would say I'll take him over Cam Ward. To me, you're out of your mind.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think he's a very good quarterback. I just don't know if at the NFL level, I don't know if he's going to have the success. I think everyone now is looking for the next Jaden Daniels, right? And how quickly can you just become a guy that gets you to the playoffs, that sort of thing. I think he may take a couple years, but could end up being a solid quarterback. I don't think he's a right-away, can't-miss guy, to your point.
Much like I think it's unfair to say, well, these guys should sit because look at Aaron Rodgers. He sat for years, then he became great. So sitting equals good. Yeah. That's stupid. It's also stupid to say, my rookie quarterback isn't in the NFC Championship game.
Right.
Their first year in the league, they must suck. That's also stupid.
Yeah, you're right. By the way, Teddy, they have the Cowboys with pick number 12 taking Ashton Genty in this mock draft.
I've seen a lot of that. I'm not sure about
That's high for a running back, man.
It is. Yeah. But he's really put together.
He's a small package.
Bengals pick 17 they have in this draft, going with Colston Loveland, tight end for Michigan. That'd be a nice get if you can do that.
I like that name.
Yeah. All right. Now, meanwhile, the Browns, they have to figure out what to do with Myles Garrett because they're saying we're not trading him. But he is saying, I demand a trade, and I don't know how this works, but that seems like that's probably going to work. I don't know.
I do like David Njoku's advice to him.
Which is?
Where it's like, hey, man, I requested a trade, and then I gave up on any hopes of winning or doing anything like that. So, hey, be like me.
Yeah,
give up.
Hey, look how it worked for Joe Thomas, right? He's revered in that city by saying, I don't ever want to go anywhere else. I'll just hope that it happens here. It never did, and then he retired, and that was that. But CBS Sports put together a list of trade compensation for veteran non-quarterbacks over the last few years, guys who were traded, right?
All right.
So Khalil Mack in 2018 went from the Raiders to the Bears, and the Bears gave up multiple first-round picks for him.
Of course they did.
Laramie Tunsil, offensive tackle, went from the Dolphins to the Texans in 2019. They gave up multiple first-round picks to get him, did the Texans. Anyway, all these guys that they mentioned, they all gave up multiple first-round picks. They're saying that's what it would take with Myles Garrett. The difference is all the guys they named in this, Jalen Ramsey, Jamal Adams, they were all on their rookie deals.
Right.
And Myles Garrett is 29 years old. So hard to see if the Browns were going to be able to get. I mean, again, if anyone could do it at that age, he's awesome. Getting multiple first-round picks for him. But he is 29, and he is not on a rookie deal. They owe him lots of money. In this article, it talked about his contract and some of the things they would have to do to avoid a cap hit with him. They literally, in this article, mentioned that the Browns, one of the things they can do is restructure Deshaun Watson's contract.
Again?
For the 8,000th
They
time.
do it like every week.
Why? I mean, I know why, because the answer is why. Next year we'll have more room, but you won't because you never do because you have other guys that are going to need signed that you're going to have to. At some point, they have to pay Deshaun Watson, do they not?
Yes. All of it's coming to him. You keep kicking the can down the road. Eventually, he'll own the team.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the NFL didn't make these rules up so that then eventually. And by the way, why do you have to pay Myles Garrett more money this year? Because you restructured his contract last year to try to give yourself more leeway because you were already tied up in this Deshaun Watson deal. At some point, you just have to bite the bullet and have a bad year on purpose. They've had a lot of bad years recently for stupid because they thought they were going to be good. Next year, you're probably just going to be bad. So just pay these guys, get them off the books, and move along.
The NFL and ESPN may get more intimate with one another. I'll tell you about that coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a couple minutes slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side between Hamilton Road and 270. And we've got about a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between 670 and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5 Oil Change, they get it. Time is precious. That's why they make getting your oil changed fast, friendly, and simple. You'll be back on the road in just 10 minutes. Book ahead or drive in. It's fast either way. Take 5 Oil Change. The stay in your car, 10-minute oil change. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Attention hockey fans, score the ultimate experience powered by Verizon.
Verizon is giving 2 lucky winners the chance to win 4 tickets to the 2025 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series at Ohio Stadium on March 1st. Plus 50 participants will have a chance to win a $50 gift card. Just stop by a participating Columbus Verizon store by February 18th to enter.
Get your shot at this unforgettable experience. Hurry to a participating Columbus Verizon store today to enter.
Must be legal U.S. resident of Ohio, age 18 years or older to enter. Void where prohibited. For official rules and full details, visit 971thefan.com/Verizon.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, as Care grew over the years, you had many opportunities to sell Care to one of the big conglomerates that are buying companies all over Central Ohio. So tell our customers why you decided to keep Care in the family.
After talking about Care's values for over 30 years, I couldn't bear the thought of Care becoming the kind of company I was warning our customers about. I know the two of you will continue to treat our customers as I would, with honesty and integrity.
We will, Dad. In 2024, Care was awarded a BBB Torch Award for Ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Hey friends, Beamer here. I got an update for you. Last week, 42 pounds in 8 weeks. If you're waiting on this week's results, it has been 9 weeks and I'm down 46 pounds, all thanks to my friends over at Awaken 180. To be honest with you, everything just kind of has changed. I feel better. I'm less lethargic. I look forward to getting up in the morning. I even look forward to running around with Willie at home, outside, all kinds of good stuff. It's been tremendous. And the secret to my success, it hasn't been a breakthrough, but my coach, Natalie, she has been awesome. She tells me what to eat. She tells me when to eat it, which has really been nice for me. Big games, we know this last month has been crazy. She has been the health guru that I need. And also I'm not snoring, so I'm sleeping better, which makes sense for all the energy that I have now. If you've ever thought that weight could be a problem for you, or if you're thinking about addressing it, let my friends at Awaken 180 tell you and show you how to do it. Let them show you how easy it is and give them a call. That's Awaken 180 at 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Bring the thrill of the stadium to your wallet with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways, the only checking account that rewards you for being a Crew fan. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Buckeye fans, it's time for date night with Ohio State women's basketball. This Thursday, February 13th, join us at the Shot to watch the Buckeyes take on Minnesota. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
Attention lovebirds. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Diamonds Direct has the gifts to wow your special someone. From dazzling diamonds and trending gold to vibrant gemstones, pearls, even timepieces. With hundreds of stunning styles under $1,000 and an exquisite collection of one-of-a-kind luxury pieces. Make your moment unforgettable. The best selection, value, and service are waiting for you. Make this Valentine's unforgettable with fine jewelry for every budget. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here. Let's talk about getting you back to your best. If you lack energy, muscle mass, feel moody, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. You need to know your T level, so get tested. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be your answer, and you'll find true experts at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book the appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Race to savings at Menards for products to update your home. Get a paint that combines durability with gorgeous color. Dutch Boys Platinum Plus is a paint and primer with a protective finish that guards against scuffs, spills, and stains. And when you apply Dutch Boy with the finest painting tools from Purdy, transforming your home has never been easier. Refresh your home today with paint from Dutch Boy. Plus, view our weekly flyer on Menards.com and race to savings on great deals.
Save big money at Menards.
We've all got it, you know, that one crazy thing you've always wanted to do, that bucket list goal. Then a cancer diagnosis, and that one thing still goes according to plan. I would know. I'm getting my first tattoo right now, while my 3 beautiful daughters laugh hysterically at me. 58 years old, 4 years of cancer-free checkups at Ohio Health. Go ahead and get a picture, girls. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels with baseball spring training activity starting up. The Cincinnati Reds today added reliever Scott Barlow to their bullpen, signing him to a 1-year deal worth $2.5 million pending a physical. Barlow with the Cleveland Guardians last season. The Los Angeles Dodgers and pitcher Clayton Kershaw have reached agreement on a new contract that'll bring him back to the team for an 18th season. Kershaw was limited to just 7 games last season due to a variety of injuries. The Los Angeles Angels today signed reliever Kenley Jansen to a 1-year deal with an estimated $10 million. He's got 447 career saves, the most of anybody active. And the last NFL head coaching vacancy filled with the New Orleans Saints today, agreeing to terms with Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator of the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You wanted the best. Instead, you got these two. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Well, I like to think of myself as a generous tipper. It's a hard job. I couldn't do it. I mean, I would just throw soup in people's faces.
Right.
Post Malone, though, may have one-upped me in the tipping department. He was in New Orleans for the Super Bowl, and a server took a picture of the bill. It was a $25 check. He tipped $2,000.
How much was the bill?
$25.
Wow.
Yeah,
Let him live.
He tipped $2,000. The problem is, when the waitress went to submit into the system they use, what is it? It is Square.
Okay.
They said, no, you can only keep $200. That tip is too high.
What?
Well, apparently what they have in place is they have like theft protection.
Well, all right. Fair enough.
Which prohibits people just from, oh, hey, tip me $5,000. Hey, you know, and then I quit.
Yeah. Right.
See you later. Right.
Okay.
So this woman, though, is freaking out because she got a $2,000 tip, and that's obviously, life-changing.
Sure.
For a person like that.
Yeah.
And you're told you can only keep 200 of it. Now, apparently, after posting this and, getting in Square's algorithm, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
She was able to recover the rest of the money as long as she could prove that it was a legitimate tip.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I would wonder. I'm surprised restaurants must have a system. Sometimes I wonder if like the tech world where they're like, oh, yeah, we figured out a better way. And it's like, did you? Because the restaurant people that don't use the Square thing, they've probably figured something out that allows you to leave a big tip like that if you wanted to. I'm sure at a high-end New York restaurant, $2,000 tips are not that uncommon, right? At a club in Vegas, that's not uncommon. How do they deal with it?
Now, maybe, though, they see it's a $25 check. No one on earth would tip you $2,000. Well,
someone would. If it's Post Malone, he just might.
If it's Post Malone.
Right, which is a extenuating circumstance. I'm glad they figured that out. By the way, I could save this for Fat Boy Food Tip, but I'll just tell you now. I haven't had them yet. There are Post Malone Oreos. Are you aware of these?
No.
Yeah. They apparently, this is from the Oreo website. Post Malone has created the most twisted Oreo ever. It has apparently a swirled salted caramel cream that is in the middle of it. It is between a chocolate Oreo wafer on the top and a golden Oreo wafer on the bottom.
See, that's intriguing. I'm surprised that we haven't done that yet.
Well, Post Malone has. And
well,
so
that's he did it, or they just came to him and said, hey, can we put your name on this?
Yeah. They also made I think this is cool too. They made the Oreo look like to me, it looks like a record. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to look like, but it has little grooves in it. It has a label in the middle of it that's circular. So kind of a neat concept. I would try those just because I've never had an Oreo with half of one and that I think that would be cool.
Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow, and what a plug sheet it is. Morning Juice, 6:30 a.m. Bobby Carpenter. Now, you say, why? He's on that show. Yes, he's on that show. But tomorrow.
He's not there tomorrow.
He's not there, but he's calling in. 6:30 tomorrow morning from Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Wow.
He's doing things with the troops.
All
so
right.
he'll be calling in from there, and ICE will be arresting him. Matty Ice.
That's right. But Michael Bennett is on in his place tomorrow with Brandon.
That's right. Beamer and Michael Bennett. Longtime friends. They were roommates in college.
They went to high school together.
Yeah.
Like they go back a ways. That's really cool that I'm glad for the two of them. They get to do a show together. I know they've done shows before together, but that's nice.
Rothman and Ice, 12:30. Adam Schefter, ESPN reporter extraordinaire. He will be on. And then tomorrow, 5:30, Jeff Rimmer will be on this show. OSU hoops against Washington tomorrow night, too. Big game at home. Weird 8:30 tip time because we have to accommodate Big Ten Network. So last summer, spring, there were rumors that ESPN was going to buy NFL Media, NFL Network, and that sort of went away. Well, apparently now they're talking again. Per Puck, John Orad, who used to do Sports Business Journal, he's at this place called Puck now.
Gotcha.
All right. Negotiations have resumed. The fresh impetus apparently has come from ESPN's looming launch of a direct-to-consumer product named Flagship, because they're going to have their own streaming service. One of the discussed parameters of the deal would give ESPN control of NFL Network and NFL Red Zone.
Interesting.
This move could boost ESPN's talks with distributors. It would also be useful to ESPN in the next wave of broadcast negotiations, which are likely coming in 2029 and possibly sooner. With the very real possibility of more suitors than rights packages, it becomes hard to imagine that Disney, ESPN, ABC would be frozen out if ESPN has purchased NFL Network and Red Zone.
Sure. So they're saying this could be a leverage chip for them to play whenever it comes time to renegotiate with the NFL?
Correct.
More or less? All right. I mean,
they're still going to have to pony up the cash, but you got something in your hip pocket where it's like, hey, man, we run NFL Network and we run Red Zone.
Yeah.
So you can't lock us out of programming here.
Not to oversimplify this, but I think for most people, what really matters here, will you care if it's ESPN Red Zone versus NFL Network Red Zone? No. What I would care about more is, can I get it on my TV? Is it around the same cost or maybe even a little cheaper than it used to be? And then that's it. As long as it's available to you in an easy-to-use fashion and you can get it at a reasonable price, that's where I think most people care. Whether NFL Network is technically the one making it happen or whether that's ESPN, I don't think they care as much. But
no, I guess my question would be over time, and you can make this case that it was going to be this way anyway, whether NFL kept control of it or somebody else. Do you move all of that stuff, NFL Network and the version of Red Zone that we have if we don't buy the package, does that all move to their flagship streaming service, the new version of ESPN Plus that we have to pay extra for?
Well, that's right. I mean, that there is definitely a level where it seems like anytime someone acquires something for, if ESPN acquires this, it's probably not to put it on linear television exclusively, right? There's probably going to be a push for them to say, we want this on our streamer because we need more people to buy the streamer. That's what, how many games have you had to watch now on Peacock for one of your favorite teams, whether it's college or pro? They're trying to put better games on there. So you're forced to go, all right, fine, I'll do the free trial or I'll pay the $4.99 or whatever it costs. And then eventually you're sucked in and you've got that channel. Paramount Plus does the same thing. So, but again, is it available on your TV? You know what I mean? For some people, that is a bridge too far. They won't even try. But there are a lot of people now who have already gotten over that hump. ESPN saying, all right, well, please add ours if you want NFL Red Zone, if they end up acquiring it.
Speaking of getting it on your TV, I did see the Cleveland Guardians tweeted this out earlier today. Local blackouts are gone. Stream Guardians games for just $99.99 a season at cleguardians.tv.
Right.
So we had heard this was going to be the case, and now they've set a price, and apparently they've said blackouts gone. So you pay us, you watch all the games, regardless of where you are.
That is a good development, right? Because previously you obviously had a network that was carrying them. I don't know if you guys, either you, Mike, or Ted, would know, because I never bought the MLB package, but like with the NBA, they have a deal where you can do essentially what the Guardians are doing now. NBA's had this for a few years, where if you want the whole league pass thing, it's like, I don't know, $150, $180, something like that. But if you just want to watch one team, you can pick a team, and then that team is like, I don't know, $80 or $90, and you get all their games, but that's it.
No, Major League Baseball's never allowed you to do that.
Okay, so this would be something along those lines. And the good news, like, I believe under that system in the NBA, you can't get Cavs games here, because there's a local provider that sells the Cavs games to you in Bally Sport, whatever it's called now, FanDuel Sports, right?
Yeah, they'll change it tomorrow.
Yeah, but this is nice because it kind of combines the idea of I just want to watch my team, and even if you are within the demo, I like that. $100 to watch Guardian games. It's not cheap. That's not.
No, but it's 162
ideal.
games. I mean, when you break it down by game, it's actually not too bad.
Well, yeah, I'm saying given all the other streaming costs that are out there, I mean, what will that break down over a Major League Baseball season, which is probably 6 months long, 7 months long? I mean, you're talking, if you pay it all at once, right? But you're talking paying less than $20 a month to watch your team. That's a better deal than what they're offering you for that, FanDuel Sports Network, stuff like that.
I'm just saying, I see all those commercials all the time. It's like, for 40 cents a day, you can feed poor people. Hell with the poor people. I'll watch the Guardians for 40 cents a day. No, do both. Feed the poor people,
maybe do
too.
both. I'm just saying. Do both.
Fat Boy Food Tap coming up next. Colin, Man, and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 10-minute slowdown due to an accident that's blocking 2 lanes on westbound 70 downtown at Front Street. It will be stop and go from the 71 East split. We've got a couple-minute delay on westbound 670 between 71 and 315. This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And everybody's had these pains, these little nicks, these things that you maybe had an injury when you were younger and you thought it went away. And then all of a sudden, as you get older, it starts to creep back. Doing everything, walking up the stairs, doing your favorite activities, golf, skiing, whatever it might be, the summer, the spring, the winter, it hurts. Hey, do not deal with it any longer. The hip, the knee, the shoulder, the back, whatever it is, there's good news. Go to QC Kinetics. They're groundbreaking treatments for that arthritis pain. They're going to make you feel better. The long-term relief, it's now possible. They're right here in Columbus under the leadership of Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sport Medicine and a classically trained orthopedic surgeon. Don't wait. Make the call today. My dad and I did. His knee's starting to feel better. My knee feels better. They've got PRP treatments. They can change your life. I'm telling you right now. So go to qckinetics.com/Columbus for your free consultation or give them a call at 380-228-4544. It's not going to go away on its own. They've got 2 offices in Dublin and Gahanna, so check them out.
Here, heart care helps you heal faster. Advanced, minimally invasive procedures mean less time recovering and more living life. See how we care for all of you at MountCarmelForYou.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place. And aspiring comedian.
That's fun. What's your best joke?
All right, 2 windows were hanging out side by side. The first window says, "Sure is a hot day." The other one says, "Ah, a talking window."
That's pretty good, Wilson.
Bet you can't top that one.
Well, at Pella, we don't have the talking windows, but we do have the windows your friends will talk about.
Dang it, that's good.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Oh, hey, a fan show where you can be the star. Sundays at 11, it's the new Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Your calls, your tweets, your voicemails, your opinions. You can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. The Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Sundays at 11 on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Have you ever told a friend?
Oh, I'm fine.
When you really felt?
Just so overwhelmed.
Or sent a text?
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
When you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, light winds, and a cool finish. Could see a couple of flurries south of Columbus. Otherwise, we'll stay dry. Temperatures in the 30s. Overnight, falling back down to around 30 degrees and plenty of clouds around. During the day on Wednesday, could see a few pockets of flurries or maybe freezing drizzle in the morning. Otherwise, all rain moving in during the afternoon. Temperatures climbing to around 40 degrees by Wednesday evening. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Listen to this show or go to hell. This is Man and Bone.
Bone, give me a number.
Let's go with 9.
Caller number 9. Provorov.
Oh, there you go.
614-821-9710 gets 2 passes for a behind-the-scenes tour of Ohio Stadium that ends inside the home locker room, where you can take selfies with the Rose Bowl, Cotton Bowl, and National Championship Trophy, and smell sack. But it's championship sack.
Championship sack, baby.
Tickets for these tours are available through ohiostatebuckeyes.com, but you get to go for free as long as you're caller 9. I had something to say to you.
Oh, did you? I'm excited to hear what it is.
I saw a headline today that made me laugh.
Okay.
Meta's job cuts surprised some employees who said they weren't low performers. Now, I know there's probably some truth to this, but 99.9% of low performers don't have the self-awareness to know that they're low performers, which is why they're low performers. Anyway, made me chuckle.
Okay. Well,
we employ many of them here at The Fan.
That's a prerequisite to get into radio, is being a low performer.
Fatboy Foutier!
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fatboy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
I see Teddy like feverishly pointing to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is he trying to say?
Because you are going to jump
It's
over
like,
the intro.
oh, there's a sponsor at the end of this. Yes, thank you, Teddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Suck.
All right, Mike, I thought I had some really good news for you, and you'll find out why I thought that, and then you'll find out that apparently I was wrong.
All right.
Popeyes. You been recently?
I mean, I've been in the last couple weeks.
Did they have Cajun rice?
No.
Okay. This is what I read on fastfoodclub.com. It said, Popeyes, a fan favorite, has returned. We're thrilled to have Cajun rice back on the menu again. And I didn't see this sentence at first. At select Popeyes locations across the country.
What the hell does that mean?
After disappearing from the menu in 2021, the popular side dish made a temporary return in 2022 due to the fast food chain's 50th birthday. Cajun rice will be back at the following locations per Popeyes website. Locations in the states of Alabama, Arkansas, California, Georgia, Illinois, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, North Kakalaka, Tennessee, and Wisconsin.
What the hell?
Ohio's not on the list, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
What are we doing?
I don't know what to tell you.
Why?
I don't know why.
Why? Why can't you give me Cajun rice? First of all, you shouldn't have taken it away in the first place.
Of course not.
It was delicious. It was wonderful. It was my go-to. And you know what? A rather low-cal side when you factor in all the other stuff. Because it's all psychological, right?
Sure.
You go have your chicken. It's terrible for you. I got it. But you feel a little bit better knowing, hey, my side is only like 140 calories here.
Yeah. Mitch Hedberg always had a great line about rice. It's like, rice is if you're hungry and want to eat like a few thousand of something, right? It's like that's what it does, is you can eat a whole bunch of it and there's not that many calories for all the amount of little pieces of rice you're getting.
Chaps my crack.
Well, I'm sorry, buddy. I saw that it was back and I'm like, this is great news.
And yes, I am petty. If I can't have it, I don't want anybody to have it.
Why would we have thought that like you can have it in Illinois and you can have it in Tennessee, but you can't have it in Ohio or, say, Kentucky? Like, that doesn't make any sense. We have Popeyes in those states. Get it here. Now, some other food items that I did see in this article, though, talking about new items at various fast food locations. You like to go to the Moe's Southwest Grill. That's a place you enjoy, right?
No, I don't like it.
I thought you did.
No.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of Hothead. My bad.
Hothead I enjoy.
My bad. Well,
actually, my wife has a visceral hatred of Moe's.
Really?
Yes. Well, she has personal feelings about it.
Okay.
Something happened with a dude named Mo a long time ago.
Okay. I see.
I don't want to get into it.
From The Simpsons?
Yes. The cartoon Mo from the bar.
Yeah, that's right.
Made an improper advance.
I see. Well, it sounds like something he would do. Anyway, at Moe's Southwest Grill, they are doing a shredded beef birria taco thing where the shredded beef birria, if you've had the birria tacos, they're very delicious.
Like it's barbacoa is what it is, right?
No, but it's better.
What makes it better?
Because it has a dip. You love a dip.
It comes with
birria,
a dip?
It's supposed to have the consomme, the dip. Yes. I don't know. What do you call that?
Consomme.
Consomme. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, you get that. However, they're doing it in a quesabirria style, which means they put a layer of cheese on the grill. Then they put the tortilla shell down. The cheese melts and creates that crust on the outside.
All right. Well,
very good. So
I may be able to get her over there.
Yeah.
If I blindfold her.
Okay.
And don't tell her where we're going. And then I unveil, like, oh, here we are.
Uh-huh. See, I think you should at least, just for the sake of trying it, maybe kidnap your wife. That's what I'm saying. Now,
I've kidnapped her for the past 18 years. Doesn't matter.
Fair enough. Here's another one that the title's misleading. This burger sounds like it would be possibly good to try, but we can't try it because it's in a dumb location. Hardee's. We have a few Hardee's. If you look hard enough, you can find them around the state of Ohio. They exist. Hardee's has a thing called a French onion dip Angus burger.
All right.
Now hold on, because at first you think French dip, but it's French onion dip. They're putting French onion dip on a burger. Okay?
What's the problem?
Spread. Still good, right? And what do you usually eat French onion dip with?
Chips.
Right. So they're putting Ruffles potato chips on this burger with lettuce, tomato, some onions, and then the French onion dip, cheese, mozzarella to be specific, or not mozzarella, Swiss to be specific, and of course the original potato chips. You can get it as a single or a double. And it's coming to you for a limited time only in the state of Tennessee.
What? Why?
I don't know why. Because Hardee's is dumb and doesn't want to make money? That sounds like an awesome burger. So go to another restaurant that isn't this stupid. Get a regular burger that you like. Go home, get some French onion dip, and spread it on your burger, and then put some chips on it, and see if that's good. It sounds great.
I'm not usually a big Ruffles fan, but in that combination,
yeah, of course,
it sounds delicious.
It sounds great. What a good idea that is. And finally, the people over at Food and Wine are talking about one of the secret menu items, not so secret menu items at Wendy's. Are you aware of the T-Rex burger?
Because when I think about Wendy's, I think of the publication Food and Wine.
Hey, man, whatever. It's food.
No, I'm not. The T-Rex burger is when I go out with Rimmer and he tries to reach for the check.
I see.
Doesn't have the arms to reach it.
The T-Rex burger, it used to be advertised, I guess, in some restaurants. I never saw it advertised.
Coming to the state of Tennessee only?
No. This is a thing. So a TikToker in August of last year talked about how you can order on their app, like you can add a patty to any burger, right? You can be like, hey, I want this burger, but I want another patty of beef on there.
Yeah.
Well, the T-Rex burger originally contained 9 patties of beef from Wendy's, all right?
Because once upon a time, wasn't it like just 39 cents to add another patty?
Probably so.
And I'm sure now it's $39.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know how much one of these costs, but this TikToker went in, Joe O Eats is what his name is. He did the Dave's Triple and then added 6 more patties. So they give you a Dave's Triple with all the toppings, right? The lettuce, tomato, pickle, ketchup, all that stuff. And then 6 more patties underneath that. It looks like he's eating a volleyball worth of beef. Like
I'm sure.
Like, I don't know. Again, I like a Wendy's burger. They're very good, but they are very juicy, which is why I like them. But if you put 9 of those together and squish them and try to force that in your mouth.
Well,
this guy's hands were just covered in grease.
The maths tell me that's 1.5 pounds of beef.
That sounds right. I'm going to go with that.
Because it's a 1/4 pound for each.
Yeah, you're right.
And 3 plus 3, right?
Something.
Yeah,
like
1.5 pounds.
Well, it's 9. So you got to.
9.
Yeah, it's not 6.
Is it more than that?
No, it's 6 more patties on the
6
3.
more patties.
It's 9 total patties.
Well, that's over 2 pounds.
It's a lot. Yeah. It comes out to 3,000 calories. Go figure. It's 9 big beef patties, 6,000 milligrams of sodium.
What's the cholesterol on that? Probably not very good.
I'm going to guess not good. 200 grams of fat, Mike, in this one. But
let them live.
Apparently they will still serve you this. But previously, I guess you could go and if you knew how to look, you could find it advertised. And you could just say, I want the T-Rex burger. They will no longer make it for you if you just say that. You have to do this special little hack to get it. But if you want to try it, let us know how it goes. Because I don't, as much as I love Wendy's,
I'm not doing that.
I don't think I could do 9.
I may do 2 triples.
Well, sure, but Tyvis looks at us sometimes and goes, "How could you eat 5 roast beef sandwiches?" Well, you know what? That's one I couldn't do. I couldn't do that. 9 patties on a burger? No.
Rapid fire time. We're doing it in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Stop and go traffic is causing a 15-minute delay on westbound 70 on the east side between Miller Avenue and the 71 East Split. We have slower traffic on eastbound 670 between Neal Avenue and 71. This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. As football winds down, college basketball is gearing up, and fans are ready to see which teams will prove they are ready to shine in March and who will be seen in San Antonio. You can get in all the action from tip-off to the final whistle at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Right now, new ESPN Bet Sportsbook customers can bet $10 and get $100 back in bonus bets and unlock 30 days of ESPN Plus. Download the app. Sign up with the promo code Radio100 to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Not doctors, not lawyers, and definitely not sports hosts. You're listening to Man and Bone.
Hey, Teddy, some bad news for you. Tiger was supposed to play at the Genesis Invitational. He was supposed to play Altered Beast at the Genesis Invitational.
Okay.
But he pulled out because he's still dealing with the death of his mom. So that is scheduled to start on Thursday, but he will not be playing. He does anticipate playing soon. The last time he played was last year at the Genesis Invitational.
Okay. That's
Did you have Genesis when you were a kid?
Oh, Sega?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We had that. First one we got was a Super Nintendo. Then we jumped to Sega. Then we had a Dreamcast, which was the little tiny disc.
I didn't get Dreamcast.
We got somewhere along the line. Things must have been going well for my parents because when we went from Dreamcast to we got the GameCube from Nintendo, and then I think after that we jumped into a PlayStation 2.
See, I never had a Super Nintendo. I went from regular Nintendo to Sega.
Okay.
To PlayStation.
Right.
There was no in between for me.
Interesting. I meant to say we started with Nintendo, then went to Sega. So our 16-bit gaming system, we skipped Super Nintendo and went right to the Sega Genesis.
Okay. All right.
We jumped over there. We started with a basic Nintendo. I should have said that.
Teddy, back when you were banging, what'd you use?
Well, I started out with the regular Nintendo, then went to the Super Nintendo, and then the Sega Genesis, PlayStation, Xbox.
Oh, you did it all.
Oh, you really got in there.
Are you still gaming?
I haven't in a while. I do have one of the newer Xbox units, but because I wanted to get it because I love Halo and I wanted to play some Halo.
You put on the headset and play with people?
No, I don't. Do that.
I love that. If Ted's
you and Quinn Pitcock,
I play by myself. That's all.
I'd love it if you got in there with like a 12-year-old and you're just like custom out.
Oh man, eat it!
I was almost, Ted, I almost swore. Then I realized we got no delay today. With no delay, can't do that.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Okay, Teddy, rapid fire number 1.
All right, we just gave away some tickets to a stadium tour. So if you guys could tour any stadium or arena in the entire world, which one would you pick? And don't worry about like the cost or the travel time. I'll just snap my fingers and you're there.
I'm going to go with the Roman Coliseum. I want the full tour.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's a stadium, is it not?
Yeah, it is. You're right. Now you're getting that. Are you getting that now or are you getting it? Can we go back in time and get it when it was at its heyday? Like when it was all together? Like when it was all, not in ruins to a degree?
Like when they had man-eating lions and stuff like that?
You could just take a look at those through the cage, but you get to all access.
I mean, I guess if I could go back in time, then I would take that. In the absence of time travel, I would still just see it now as a ruin.
See, I would want to go the Apo Taco on that and go to Real Madrid's new stadium that they built where the grass goes on the trays and goes down underground. I want to see them do that. Like slide the grass off the field. Let me see how you're doing that.
That fits. You're going to go with the most futuristic thing. I'm going to go with the thing that's crumbling to the ground.
That's right. Yeah.
Rapid fire number 2.
All right, now that the Super Bowl's over, I'm all in. I got the Daytona 500 coming up this Sunday. So what's the next big sporting event that you guys are looking forward to seeing?
Just watching on TV, right?
Yeah, you don't have to go.
I mean, I can't say something in general like terms like, hey, I'm excited to see what the Blue Jackets can do down the stretch. I mean, that's too generic, right? I have to pick one specific
It's
thing.
not a definite thing we know is happening.
If there was like a more specific Blue Jacket game or, you thought the Jackets were making the playoffs, their first playoff game, or just opening day for baseball.
All right, I'll take Major League Baseball opening day.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What about the Daytona 500? You love that.
I do love the Daytona 500. I'm looking forward to crew season starting. Like the home opener will be fun. I'm going to that.
When is the home opener?
I think in like a couple weeks.
Is it really?
Yeah, we're almost there. But they're in the middle of training camp right now. But the thing I am most looking forward to on my sports calendar that I am attending actually is the Indy 500. Like I am looking forward to going to that again. Going with some friends. It should be a good time. So, yeah, Indy 500 is what I've got right now.
Well, 1 year from now, I just got the email yesterday. I will be in Milan for the Winter Olympics.
Well, that'll be a thing.
I'm looking forward to that.
Boy, I can't believe that's
Not Milan.
Milan.
On the fan. Rapid fire number 3.
Jalen Hurts, he won the MVP of the Super Bowl, and he got to go to Disney World, as you do. So if you guys had won the MVP, what cool place would you like to have been honored at?
What do we talk about all the time?
What do you mean?
Greenland.
You want to go to Greenland and
Why
get
not?
honored?
We've been talking about going there.
Well, but
think about it.
Would you want to be honored where there's actually like some people? Like, because I mean, there's a few thousand people there, but I mean, they might be like, "Hey, here's a guy who won the Super Bowl," and they're like, "That's awesome."
No,
we have to go hunt a seal now.
They will shut down the entire city of Nook for us.
Yeah,
We'll go to
We're gonna-
T-Bones.
We're going to have a parade. That's right. There is a sports bar there called T-Bones.
Where they serve American food. Is what they say.
They would carry you through the streets. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I guess, but you're going to be cold. I don't know.
Where do you want to go?
South Beach. Like, I mean, that's the only way someone like me is going to be famous on South Beach is if I'm like, oh, you're the MVP of a thing here. And then you just go through and all the like hot people are like, yeah, there you go. I'd like that. That'd be nice.
Rapid fire number 4.
The FBI announced they were releasing more records related to the JFK assassination. So, if you could instantly know the whole truth about any conspiracy ever, then which one are you choosing?
You know, I don't believe in conspiracy
Well, it could be a
theories.
big disappointment. Like you say, oh, I want to know everything about aliens, and they tell you
All right.
there's no aliens.
Okay,
dude.
well, that's
Sorry.
what I would pick. Quite frankly, I don't care who shot Kennedy. I want to know if there's extraterrestrial life. I don't believe that there... I know that it's out there. I shouldn't say that.
Okay.
I think that it's out there because I don't know anything. I think that it's out there. I highly doubt that our government knows about it. I know that flies in the face of every show that's on the History Channel. I got it. I also don't think they built the pyramids.
Right.
But I'd like to know the truth about extraterrestrials.
I'm thinking like I would actually, one, you'd have to reanimate him, but I would probably want to know like David Stern. What actually happened with that frozen envelope draft? Like, I know that everyone pretty much says there's no way that happened. It wasn't real. They didn't rig the draft. But I just want to I want to be able to get him on a truth serum to know like 100%. It's off the record. No one will ever know, but you're going to tell me the actual truth. Look me in the eye and tell me. That's what I would want to know. That one has, for years, I still wonder if that happened.
Rapid fire number 5.
As Bone mentioned earlier, we got a game show coming up because it's the National Guitar Day.
Yeah.
So, if you guys could play guitar really well, what's a song that you would just love to shred on?
I love Wanted, Dead or Alive. You know, I love the guitar solo in My Sharona, too. I'm going to do a little My Sharona from the Knack.
Okay, that's good. Have you seen the video recently that surfaced of Ozzy Osbourne listening to...
Hey, Ozzy!
Yeah. They took him in the studio and they isolated the guitar solo from Crazy Train that Randy Rhoads did.
Okay.
Where it's just him playing the solo, right? And it is so good. Ozzy like stands up and is just like hands on his head. The engineers are looking at each other and they're all like, oh my God. Like they can't even, it's 40 years, 50 years, however long it's been, 40 years after he did this solo. He's been long since dead. And they're playing this back, just listening to the raw audio and going, we don't know how this human did this solo. It's incredible. But
that's your answer?
If I could play like Randy Rhoads on again, that's not my usual wheelhouse of music, but seeing their reaction to that would be an all-timer.
Teddy, what do you think? Nikki Sixx?
No, I was thinking more of like Slash. A little,
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Slash is great.
Little November Rain?
No, like Sweet Child of Mine.
I was going to say Sweet Child of Mine,
Yeah.
Teddy. That's probably where you need to
If
go.
I could do that, that'd be pretty cool.
Speaking of bands that you like, did you see that Vince Neil's plane?
I did.
I mean, there was an on the tarmac collision with
Yes.
two planes in Scottsdale. One person died.
It was the pilot.
Right.
Yeah, the pilot of the plane that was landing.
But Vince Neil, the legendary vocalist from Motley Crue, who can no longer sing.
Yes.
No. Much like many of his contemporaries also can't
Yeah,
sing.
sure.
I mean, let's let him live. He's 60 years old. He owned the plane. He was not on the plane, but it was his plane.
Yeah, his girlfriend and I think a friend of hers were on there, and they also had their dogs on there.
Oh,
and
no.
Luckily, they all were fine. It was in the pilot.
Oh, man, I just care about the dogs.
I was worried about the dogs, yes.
Yeah, but I guess they said that they don't know why this happened because the pilot landed on the runway, and you can see, I mean, he's going fast but not like
So
the speed.
landing gear had an issue. One of the wheels.
Was that what it
something,
was?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why it kind of went out of control.
Because he just went off the runway, and unfortunately, there was just a plane sitting there, taxiing, waiting to be one of the next planes to go, and it just ran right into the side of it. And I guess I don't know if that plane was going anywhere actually, because they said I don't think anybody was on that plane. It was just the people.
Yeah, it was just sitting there
on
yeah.
his plane, but still, yeah, terrifying.
2025 has not been a good year so far for aviation.
No, it seems like we've had a lot of incidents. That Philadelphia crash where the plane just dropped out of the sky and landed in the middle of the street.
The med jet, the medical jet.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Well, there was that. You had a plane crash in Alaska.
Yeah,
right.
You had the Potomac one. The
Potomac
helicopter.
One. I feel like there was another one too. Maybe it was just this week.
Oh, was there?
Maybe I'm making
missed
it up. I don't know.
No, but you're right. It's that's not good, Mike. We gotta fix whatever's going on there.
Got to fix the planes.
That's bad.
Fix the planes. Well, in Russia, they just call it Tuesday when a plane falls out of the sky.
Well, true enough.
What do you want to do next?
I don't know. What do you want to do
I feel
next?
like we haven't done anything fun today.
Well, let's do something fun next.
Teddy, should we do something fun? What do you think?
Heck yes.
Okay, good.
All right.
We'll work on that.
Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 25-minute slowdown on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and 315. And there's a couple-minute delay on eastbound 33 between 270 Southeast and Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by AEP Ohio. Falling behind on your electric bill? At AEP Ohio, they're here to help you. If you need more time, want to set up a payment plan, or prefer more predictable average payments, they have you covered. Visit aepohio.com/bill help today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Attention hockey fans, score the ultimate experience powered by Verizon.
Verizon is giving 2 lucky winners the chance to win 4 tickets to the 2025 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series at Ohio Stadium on March 1st. Plus 50 participants will have a chance to win a $50 gift card. Just stop by a participating Columbus Verizon store by February 18th to enter.
Get your shot at this unforgettable experience. Hurry to a participating Columbus Verizon store today to enter.
Must be legal U.S. resident of Ohio, age 18 years or older to enter. Void where prohibited. For official rules and full details, visit 971thefan.com/Verizon.
Back in the studio with a return visit from
Todd Schmelt.
Todd, the last time you were with us, you claimed to be
the dumbest person in Columbus.
You're being really hard on yourself.
Not in the least. You know what I got?
I hate to ask.
One of them thermostats with the dial and the needle. Woo, woo, woo.
Maybe that's not modern, but not...
What am I? Eli Whitney, Elias Howe, Johann Gertis?
I don't know who those people are.
Those are old-timey people from the 19th century, and that's me. Outdated, like my silly old thermostat.
Oh, okay, look, you're not the dumbest guy in Columbus. You just haven't called Apex Pros.
The pros who knows?
Those guys. Whether it's the latest technology, fixing your furnace, or a brand new system, they know all the stuff so you don't have to.
I don't have to know it all?
Nah, you just have to know the pros who knows.
Apex Pros. I'm not the dumbest guy in Columbus.
I didn't even know who Johann Gertis was.
Inventor of the gas-powered unicycle. Look it up, doy.
Okay, you don't have to be me.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros, the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. It's time for the Love Your Windows sales event. If you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free, and there's no limit. So if you need 20 windows, you only pay for 10. It's the perfect way to save big while upgrading your home. And that's not all. Universal Windows Direct is offering no interest financing for 3 years. That's 36 months of easy payments with 0% interest. And if you already have a price from another company, Universal Windows Direct will beat it. So you know you're getting the best deal around. Call them today, 614-502-5220, universalwindowsdirect.com.
Are you feeling tired, slower, or achier than you used to? You might think it's just age, but it could be low testosterone. At Columbus Men's Clinic, they've helped thousands of men who didn't realize their symptoms were caused by declining testosterone levels, a problem that's becoming a new norm in American men. Columbus Men's Clinic refuses to accept this new normal. They're committed to restoring testosterone to healthy levels so you can feel like yourself again, whether at home, in the gym, at work, or in the bedroom. For years, their medical provider has delivered testosterone therapy tailored to each man's needs. No one-size-fits-all solutions, just real science-backed results delivered by discreet local experts. Imagine more energy, sharper focus, and newfound confidence. A same-day testosterone check and consultation is just $99. Call 614-300-7400 or visit ColumbusMen'sClinic.com today. Your prime years aren't over. They're just waiting to be unleashed. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
It's really been amazing, the amount of people that I've had contact me, and the talk is generally centered around QC Kinetics, and whether it's a knee, whether it's a back, a hip, shoulder.
He's always happy to talk about how QC Kinetics all-natural regenerative treatments finally gave him relief without surgery. That's former pro football player Bobby Carpenter.
My message to them is do not wait and push off a week, a month, whatever it is. So if you want to feel better this summer, now would be the time to get in. If you want to feel better in the fall, make sure that you're getting in here so you can go out and play golf and do the things that you love and enjoy.
Spoken by a man who experienced relief firsthand. QC Kinetics gave this former pro athlete back his mobility, his activity, and they'll do the same for you.
Has really helped me in just my general quality of life.
Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today. QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Want to know anything about the Fan's contests, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Back when I was banging, this show slapped. Whatever the hell that means. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Hey, Common Man and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. I was watching something on the YouTube.
Okay.
Because I was out last night putting the garbage out and fairly clear evening.
Sure.
Got some nice stars where I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, it's nice. And then I was thinking to myself, I wonder what it looked like when you looked at the sky before there was light pollution.
All right.
Right? Because I live in a suburban area. I'm not really in the middle of a city, but there's light pollution all around us. Even if you think you're out in the country, you're still dealing with light pollution.
Sure.
There's a couple places on Earth that people go to where the light pollution level, they have this ranked, where the lowest level is light pollution 1. And it's in the middle, go figure, it's out west, usually in deserts, in the middle of nowhere.
I feel like Death Valley is one of those places you can go where it's pretty close to the lowest levels that we currently have.
But I'm looking at the sky, and it's unbelievable the way that it looks in these places. It's like, oh, I see a couple stars there. That's pretty good. What's that, Venus? You see the entire galaxy.
You can see the Milky Way,
You can see the Milky Way galaxy and just the sheer amount of crap that you see in the sky. We look at these, older generations of people that came before us, not our relative, you know what I mean?
You mean
thousands of years ago.
Yes, natives who lived in this place long before any of us ever.
Right, and it's like, oh, we got to get this particular stone from this particular quarry and find a way to lug it 500 miles so we could build this big monumentous thing for the sky. Oh,
right.
The sky people, we need to have it lined up with the solstice. And we look at them and we say, man, are those people stupid or what? You know what? If we were looking up at that sky that they were looking at every single night, we'd be building crap for that too. It is fascinating.
Oh, yeah. I do wonder about, how we would function as if humans had to go back to that. Not just, people always talk about, we wouldn't have electricity. We wouldn't know what to do with this.
Not
well. But I even reading about the Old West, right, where people, they would sit out under the stars, and that was like a thing, where it's like, yeah, we'll be fine. We can just camp under the stars, and that was like their entertainment, was just looking up at that. But then also people would drive cattle thousands of miles, across open, barren terrain where it's like, oh yeah, we haven't had food or water for 3 days. We got to find some soon. It's like, how do you, and they're riding a horse the whole time. How are you doing this? But apparently that's how society functioned for a period of time. If you had a stake, that was because some cowboys drove them across open plains for days or weeks on end. That's just something I can't fathom right now.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Also,
breaking news, sky, space, fascinating.
Yeah. Speaking of large amounts of crap, I think you said that at some point. I want to direct your attention to a man in Florida man in Seminole County named Alan Davis, 69 years old. This is from Click Orlando, which is apparently a website in Orlando, or Kristen's blog. I'm not sure which. Anyway,
I hate Moe's.
This is a guy who has lived in this house for over 25 years, and apparently his neighbors all hate him. I think you'll see why. He has, for the last 25 years, received code violations from the county for accumulating just massive amounts of junk in his yard. Stacks of scrap metal, steel drums, rusted appliances, tarps, junked vehicles, towering weeds, and thousands of other things. He calls the yard a political protest against the county government. He said, I pile it up intentionally to aggravate them. As of mid-January, he owes the county $5.4 million in fines, with more accruing every day.
But see, if you don't enforce anything, what's the point?
He said, I'm not going to pay it. I do what I want on my property. Twice the county has paid to haul away thousands of pounds of junk, but Davis just starts collecting all over again. The latest piece he's added to his yard is a 6-foot-tall fiberglass representation of a human butt.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, freedom has a look. This is what it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know
Freedom.
what else? Society has a look, too, you idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Go to jail. Death penalty for this guy. If I was in charge,
death
penalty.
Over a yard.
You know, just look, it's the notion that he's just more important than everybody else in society. Just drives me nuts.
Yeah. I don't know what possesses someone to collect all that junk just because.
He's a psychopath. That's what possesses him.
Yeah, I guess. I'm saying I'm too lazy to be that gross.
I'm too lazy to be that lazy.
Well, what I'm saying, it's not laziness. The guy is obviously very industrious. If he's going out, you don't just accumulate thousands of pounds of junk unless you have lots and lots of money to spend, and then you're instantly wasting it.
Does this guy work? Does he do something for a living?
Well, he's 70 years old almost. I don't know if he's been retired.
He's the
I don't know what he
manager at the
does.
local city bank?
Sure, could be. What I'm saying is, I don't know how you get multiple rusted out washing machines on your property. I don't know where you go to buy oil drums or to attain them. I don't know how you find a 6-foot fiberglass human butt. This guy is apparently looking, procuring, bringing. This is like, it's not, his car doesn't work anymore. He parked it on the yard and then just got tired of it and just left it there. This is a guy who is actively seeking out other people's junk, transporting it to his house, and putting it there as a big middle finger to the county government. I would love to know what the hell started all of this with this guy. Like, where did this first happen for him?
Well, I think it was back in the womb when his mother was drinking.
Oh, is that? Yeah.
It's probably that.
That's probably it. Yeah.
I just saw that Jim Ganol died.
Oh.
Former
well, that's sad.
Meteorologist. He was at NBC4 and then he moved to 6 after that.
That's too bad.
He was a nice man. I've met him several times. 76 years old, died of natural causes.
Oh, that's sad, man. Sorry to hear about that.
Died on February 3rd.
Wow, okay.
But the family said they did not want to publicize the death until after a private funeral service. So,
sure. Okay.
Look, he was on the air here in Columbus for like almost 60 years.
Is that how long it was? I mean, all through my childhood, he was, the weatherman that I would see on TV. One of the weather people that we would see. But yeah, I mean, I remember him being on for a very long time.
I remember because he worked with Kristen when Kristen worked over at Channel 4.
Yeah.
As a producer.
Okay.
And she was always friendly with him. And when Kristen's book came out, he came to the book signing.
Nice.
At Barnes & Noble.
That's great.
And I had heard that he was a listener of the show, and so I was just talking to him off to the side. And what I enjoyed about him was he was in his 60s at this point, but talking to him was almost like talking to a big kid.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, hey, what are you doing? It was wintertime. It was January. He says, I'm going up to northern Michigan because I love winter. And it's like, what? That's awesome, man. He's like, yeah, I got a cabin up there, and it's going to be snowing up there, and it's great. And I'm going to go do hiking and weather experiments and all this stuff. And it's like, this guy, it's almost like the same way I look at Jim Cantori on the Weather Channel.
Right.
Where that guy has been in the same job doing the same thing. Either he's a hell of an actor or he still finds this stuff fascinating. I felt the same way about Jim Ganol. He has been doing weather on television since he was 17 years old.
Man.
And yet he's still so fascinated with it. He wants to go on vacation and seek out weather things to do.
Yeah. It's a pretty incredible run that he had. You're right. And yeah, obviously our thoughts go to his family and anybody who watched him on TV. That's, Yeah, it's a sad day for Columbus. That's really too bad.
He retired at Channel 4. They had a big retirement thing for him. But then after he, went home for a while, he realized, I don't want to do anything else. So we went back to doing it at 6.
Doing the weather. Right. Well, if you enjoy what you do, that's something everybody should try to attain, right, in their life. That would be a great thing.
R.I.P. to Jim Ganol. The robbery at Joe Burrow's house is part of a new hip trend. I'll tell you what it is coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at some slowdown due to an accident on westbound Dublin Road at 5th Avenue. It will be stop and go from eastbound 670's ramp. And we've got a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5 Oil Change, they get it. Time is precious. That's why they make getting your oil changed fast, friendly, and simple. You'll be back on the road in just 10 minutes. Book ahead or drive in. It's fast either way. Take 5 Oil Change. The stay in your car, 10-minute oil change. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's D. Miller. Guys, let's talk about getting back to your best. If you lack energy, muscle mass, feel moody, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program. I learned about the personalized treatment at Low T Center and the results you can expect with customized TRT. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book an appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Attention lovebirds. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Diamonds Direct has the gifts to wow your special someone. From dazzling diamonds and trending gold to vibrant gemstones, pearls, even timepieces. With hundreds of stunning styles under $1,000 and an exquisite collection of one-of-a-kind luxury pieces. Make your moment unforgettable. The best selection, value, and service are waiting for you. Make this Valentine's unforgettable with fine jewelry for every budget. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
If your kid knows when you get home because he can hear the garage door open, even though he's married and lives 4 houses down, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled, beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
Hey friends, Beamer here. I got an update for you. Last week, 42 pounds in 8 weeks. If you're waiting on this week's results, it has been 9 weeks and I'm down 46 pounds, all thanks to my friends over at Awaken 180. To be honest with you, everything just kind of has changed. I feel better. I'm less lethargic. I look forward to getting up in the morning. I even look forward to running around with Willie at home, outside, all kinds of good stuff. It's been tremendous. And the secret to my success, it hasn't been a breakthrough, but my coach Natalie, she has been awesome. She tells me what to eat. She tells me when to eat it, which has really been nice for me. Big games, we know this last month has been crazy. She has been the health guru that I need. And also I'm not snoring, so I'm sleeping better, which makes sense for all the energy that I have now. If you've ever thought that weight could be a problem for you, or if you're thinking about addressing it, let my friends at Awaken 180 tell you and show you how to do it. Let them show you how easy it is and give them a call. That's Awaken 180 at 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
It's a different world today than it was 30 years ago when I started Care Heating and Cooling. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, 30 years ago, you were the first to warn of companies using service technicians as salespeople, of abusing the trust that a service technician has. With the big conglomerates now buying companies all over Central Ohio, this has become the normal business model.
It's all about greed. The conglomerates know they can make a lot more money by incentivizing their technicians to sell furnaces instead of fixing them. They train their techs to take advantage of a customer when they are the most vulnerable.
Dad, that is not how we were taught. In 2024, Care Heating and Cooling was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
2025 Hondas in stock, fresh off the truck.
Come test drive one during Lindsay Honda's Cash for Clunkers. Up to $2,500 or $3,500 minimum for any trade. Just bring your clunker to Lindsay. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines, both $299 a month. That's $299 a month or clunker cash going on now.
The lot is full and the deals are on.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Rodeo fans, saddle up for the Cinch World's Toughest Rodeo, February 15th at Nationwide Arena. Come early for autographs, pony rides, and more. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. It's the Cinch World's Toughest Rodeo.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. The New Orleans Saints filled their coaching vacancy today, hiring Kellen Moore to be their new head coach. He'd been the offensive coordinator this past year with the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Baseball, Cincinnati Reds have added reliever Scott Barlow to their bullpen. He was with the Cleveland Guardians last season, has previously also played with San Diego and Kansas City. The Los Angeles Dodgers and pitcher Clayton Kershaw have reached agreement on a new deal that brings him back to the Dodgers for an 18th season. Kershaw limited to just 7 games last year because of injuries. The Los Angeles Angels today added reliever Kenley Jansen, signing him to a 1-year deal worth an estimated $10 million. Among the college hoops game tonight, top-ranked Auburn at Vanderbilt, number 2 Alabama at Texas, third-ranked Florida at number 22 Mississippi State, and number 5 Tennessee at number 15 Kentucky. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
Bone, give me a number, not number 9.
Let's go with number 15.
Caller number 15, 614-821-9710 gets 2 tickets to the Ohio State men's basketball game against Washington tomorrow, February 12th. Tickets are on sale now, ohiostatebuckeyes.com. But if you're caller 15, you get them free from us. I had something to tell you. Oh, it's not Fat Boy Food Tip, but that has never stopped me before.
That's fine.
I want to make sure I get the website correct that I'm giving you. I tell you about things you can get shipped to the house. It's not always economical, but
okay.
If I find something that's just fantastic, I have to tell you about it. So there's this business called Cozy, Koeze.
Okay.
Koeze.
They make those little foam things you wrap around cans and keep them nice and cool?
They don't, but if they did, I'd buy them.
Okay.
They have chocolate-covered cherries and blueberries that I just think are life-changing.
Really?
Like, I have them in the house all the time. I have a chocolate-covered cherry, and I'm almost weak in the knees. That's how delicious they are. If you've ever had a Harry and David chocolate-covered cherry, it's about 5 times better than that.
Okay. I mean, that sounds good if you like that kind of thing.
I'm just saying, if you like that sort of thing, it's delicious.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of chocolate-covered fruit, although, like, I've had the chocolate-covered strawberries. Those are fine, but never really enjoyed any other type of fruit that's been covered in chocolate.
Now, these are dried fruits, right? This is dried cherry and dried blueberries, so there's a nice tartness to it. You know what? I'm going to bring you some tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm going to bring you some tomorrow. We're going to nosh on the air. Teddy, you want some cherries and blueberries? He's not listening to me. He's on the phone.
You know what? Bodie said yes. Bring him in.
Bodie said yes?
Bodie is speaking for Ted.
Bodie's never had a cherry. Doesn't know if he's had a cherry before, or chocolate, or a snack.
It's all right. Bodie's a healthy guy. We could all strive to be like Bodie.
They also have nuts and all sorts of good stuff on there. Teddy, if I bring you a chocolate-covered cherry and a chocolate-covered blueberry tomorrow, will you eat it with me?
The blueberry, yes.
The cherry, no?
I hate cherries. Sorry.
I've never been a big fan of cherries myself, personally. Yeah. I mean, cherry flavoring I can deal with, but I don't even like it. Like cherry Coke, not my thing.
But I can get you to try one of them, right?
Oh, of course, yes. I'll try anything once.
mean, Teddy, will you at least try it like a big boy?
The blueberries, absolutely.
You won't even try the cherry.
I don't like. Why would I try cherries? You might as well say, "Hey, you want to try this pile of poo over here? I got chocolate on it."
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
No. Ted, you've got principles. I like it. I like the principle there.
But I know I don't like cherries, so why would I like it with chocolate?
This is a nice dried tart cherry. It's not a fresh cherry.
I don't like the flavor cherry.
Okay.
I just don't like it.
If you, to be fair to Ted, if you came in and said, I got the best pickle in the world, like I have given pickles a good run.
And
we got chocolate on it, Bone.
No. I'm saying I would at that point say, I've had enough. Thank you, but no thank you.
No, if I brought you a pickle and I'd say, you're going to like this pickle, you would try it.
I wouldn't. Because I'm with Ted on that.
When you went down to the Hillbillyville, you got a burger with pickle on it because that's the way they served it.
But if you're saying a whole pickle, and again, even that, it was like, this is okay, I can deal with it. But I didn't want the pickle. I took it, I had it, was fine. But I'm saying, if you brought in a whole, like, here's just a giant kosher, or I don't know, dill, whatever the term is, the giant pickle that you get out of like a barrel. You're like, this one is the best one you've ever had. I'd say, yeah, I just don't want.
When was the last time you had a cherry, Teddy?
I don't know. It's been years ago.
Well,
it's one of the things I accidentally had when I was eating a milkshake because it had like a cherry they put on it and it kind of sunk down in and I ate it and I was like, oh, what is this?
Do you do that when you go to like Steak and Shake? They will give you a cherry on top. Sonic will do that. Yeah. And I always tell them, like, you know what? Don't waste it on me.
My wife takes. I give it to her.
Really? I couldn't get enough of those cherries.
No, they're just not. I mean, like, I'm just saying, out of a principle of not wasting it, I'm not going to eat the cherry on the milkshake. I don't need it. So I know they've got a million of them in there, but give it to someone else. Give 2 to the next person. I don't want that one.
But again, I'm
not going to eat it.
It's a maraschino cherry. Is that what they call those things?
I think so. I know this is different.
It's not a good dried
This is a dried cherry. I don't know that I've ever had a dried cherry.
You know what? Fine. For you, Mike.
You know what? That makes me happy, though,
I will
Ted.
try the cherry, and then I'll just have
that makes me happy.
Teddy, when you vomit all over the carpet, is he going to have to clean it up?
No,
I think that would only be fair.
If it's that terrible, clearly I don't want you to take a bite if you're going to vom.
I'll just swallow it, Bone, and then don't have to worry about it.
That's right. And you'll have a streak that you can talk about. You haven't vomited. Apparently,
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be impressed.
Apparently, I'm the only one around here that's ever had to like be a human and vomit occasionally.
That's right.
Get sick.
When was the last time you vomited, Teddy?
It's been at
1 week,
over 15 years, maybe 20 years. I don't know, yeah.
My God, what are you two doing? Just suppressing.
For me, it's 1997. I mean, I'm what is that? 28 years?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I can't do math.
You're pushing 30. Yeah.
No, is 1997 28 years ago? That sucks.
That
That sucks so bad. I was like, oh, that's maybe like 15 years ago?
No.
Nope, it's not. We're old.
Arrests made in the Joe Burrow house burglary thing. I saw this on NPR.com. A recent burglary of Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow's mansion is part of a wave of a new thing called crime tourism.
Tourism.
In which international burglary teams travel across the U.S. to steal from homes in affluent areas, according to the Justice Department. I sort of chuckled when I saw this because obviously they want to arrest these people. However, when crime tourism happens in your area, these people have to stay somewhere. They got to stay at a local Night's Inn or something and go eat at the Applebee's. I mean, they're bringing money into the community.
Are you saying, Mike, it grows the economy? Is that what you're saying?
Does it
grow the economy?
I'm just saying it sucks for Joe Burrow, but a lot of other businesses are going to take advantage of the criminals coming into town.
Right. Yeah, that might be the case like a local politician might make, where it's like, hey, you know what? It does suck that we're taking all your tax money to build this people a new stadium, but it's going to help some restaurants around here. What do you think of that, you selfish a-hole?
The suspects in Burrow's case are all from Chile.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
But they've arrested them.
They've arrested them.
Yes, okay.
Yes, they also took pictures with all of Joe Burrow's stuff. One of them looks like a grown man toddler. Just looking at this guy's. Look at this guy. This looks like he's in 5th grade.
Yeah, he does. He does have a very young face. I agree with you on that. But also, again, as we've covered, if you're going to steal things, don't take pictures.
Wearing Joe Burrow's number 9 amulet?
Right. Don't do that. Again, don't steal. But then if you do that, then don't do the rest of it,
But if you do steal, please come into the city, spend some money on the fine businesses here.
Yeah, I guess
that's the least you can do.
Yeah, give back to the local economy.
So I don't understand this. So remember the whole thing was A-Rod's going to buy the Timberwolves?
Uh-huh.
He's got his partner, Mark Lore.
Sure.
And they're going to buy the Timberwolves. They agreed on a price. It was $1.5 billion.
It feels like this has been going on, not pre-pandemic, but close. It feels like it's going on for like 3 or 4 years now.
$1.5 billion for an 80% majority control of the team. So the current owner, Glenn Taylor, said, no, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They didn't meet some sort of deadline. So I own the team now. And A-Rod and Mark Lore said, well, we agreed to buy the team. We've done everything that we were supposed to do. Now you're having cold feet, and now you want to take it away from us. So they went to an arbitrator to figure this out. And I guess the arbitrator has figured this out, and A-Rod now owns the Timberwolves.
Really?
Yes. A-Rod and Mark Lore, they are the majority owners of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Man, I don't know when this all started, but even if it was like a couple years ago where they began this process, how much money has this guy lost, this Glenn Taylor, from this taking so long? Because the value of these leagues...
Well, that's right. The value's much more now.
I'm sure even a couple years ago, the value's probably more than whatever it was, $1.5 billion.
Well, because what did the Haslams buy in for the Milwaukee Bucks? Wasn't it like a $3 billion valuation?
I think you're right. And that I can't imagine that the Milwaukee Bucks... I know they won a championship, but it can't be that they're like
Minneapolis is a much bigger market than Milwaukee.
That's what I would think, right? I would think that all that other stuff would matter, but yeah, it sounds like A-Rod's group got a pretty good bargain there for 80%.
All right, one of the most annoying broadcasters of all time, not me, could be going away. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic on southbound 71 on the north side between 670 and I-70. And you're also going to hit a slowdown on westbound 70 on the east side from Bryce Road to 270. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5 Oil Change, they get it. Time is precious. That's why they make getting your oil changed fast, friendly, and simple. You'll be back on the road in just 10 minutes. Book ahead or drive in. It's fast either way. Take 5 Oil Change. The stay in your car, 10-minute oil change. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter for Affinity Whole Health. I've trusted Affinity for 7 years for their testosterone replacement therapy. Why? Because it's natural for our bodies to gradually lose testosterone over time. This leads to brain fog, fatigue, muscle loss, low sex drive, none of the things you want. If you want to feel like you did in your prime and get your energy back, better mood, higher sex drive, increase muscle mass, then get started for free at feelgreatcolumbus.com. Affinity is local. They're accessible. They ship the treatments right to your door. feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Attention hockey fans, score the ultimate experience powered by Verizon. Verizon is giving 2 lucky winners the chance to win 4 tickets to the 2025 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series at Ohio Stadium on March 1st. Plus 50 participants will have a chance to win a $50 gift card. Just stop by a participating Columbus Verizon store by February 18th to enter. Get your shot at this unforgettable experience. Hurry to a participating Columbus Verizon store today to enter.
Must be legal U.S. resident of Ohio, age 18 years or older to enter. Void where prohibited. For official rules and full details, visit 971thefan.com/Verizon.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Aaron, I've been thinking. About what? About how you invented a way to fix ACs for free.
Get Eco.
ECO.
When customers buy a new HVAC system, we give back all the money they paid us to repair their old system.
Yeah, I know. Up to $1,500.
Get Eco.
ECO.
We're basically extending the life of their old system for free.
That's right. Those extra years are free. On me.
Don't you think it would be better if we said those extra years are a plus on us?
Sure, we can say that if you want.
I think it would be better.
Get Eco.
ECO.
We don't want people to forget that you have a silent partner.
Remind me, how did we become partners?
Aaron, we became partners when you let me move into your spare office and I began giving you free advice instead of paying rent.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Oh yeah, now I remember. Best deal I ever made.
I feel that way too.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco. Plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Bishop and Friends.
My wife jumped onto the couch and was bouncing. Bootsy and Beamsy and NBC sprinting around like maniacs.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton. ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
If better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today. You can find Active Liver at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, light winds, and temperatures in the 30s on this Tuesday. Overnight, we'll keep the mostly cloudy skies, temperatures dropping only a few degrees to around 30 when you wake up. We'll see mainly cloudy skies all day, chance of rain moving in along with warming temperatures as we go through Wednesday afternoon and evening, getting into the low 40s by early Wednesday night. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Yes, we tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
Game show coming up at 5:30. What's the game this week, Bone?
In honor of National Guitar Day, we're doing guitar trivia.
Are you ready to rock?
Yeah. See how you do. I think you'll get most of these.
I saw that Black Sabbath going to do a show.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Ozzy's last show. He has Parkinson's. He can't walk anymore.
They said he has trouble standing. So it's going to be, obviously it'll still be meaningful for a lot of people who've loved watching him or his band and all that.
It's one of those things where it's like, he should go out the way he wants to go out. It's like, all right. But is that the lasting image that you want everybody to have? You sitting in a chair attempting to sing the songs that people know? Look, some people find that empowering, just like some people find Lee Corso dressing up like a leprechaun and almost falling down, dancing empowering. I don't necessarily feel the same way.
Well, I think I guess someone like Ozzy, at least, you can say that there's no one making him do that. Right?
I would hope not.
I would think. I know Sharon Osbourne has a reputation for being a bit overbearing, or obviously she's been his manager for like his entire career. If you listen to bands who played on Ozfest, some of them have not nice things to say about her, and who knows how much of that is accurate.
Well, she was the manager before they got together, right?
I believe
Isn't
so.
that how they got together?
Yeah,
Is that she was the manager?
That's what I'm saying, right? I think she's been with him for a very long time, pre them having a relationship. So I'm just pointing out that even with all that said, if he said, I don't want to do this, I just don't. Now, maybe, again, if the argument is he's not in the right capacity to make that decision, but sounds like he is, and sounds like he wants to do this one more time for probably, if nothing else, for closure.
Look, I know it's a tough thing. I felt the same thing about like Tony Bennett going out there with Alzheimer's.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people say like, oh, it's great that he's able to do it. He can still sing. It's like, all right, well, I don't know. There's
right.
something about, because All right, never mind.
Well, no, it's a tricky situation, right? It's hard to figure that out at the end of life or at the end of that part of your life, at least. How do you handle that? And there are people who, especially for public figures like those guys, I mean, they've had millions of albums sold across the world. You can play a few notes from one of their songs and people instantly know the rest of it. And
right.
How do you deal with that when the audience wants something? Maybe in Ozzy's case, right? There's still members of Black Sabbath who are like, yeah, we'd like to do one more run too and have a moment together. If Ozzy's capable, wants to do it, yeah, I mean, I totally get that. I saw that System of a Down, right? Because they're one of those bands we talked about a few weeks ago, how like they're just got immensely popular, and it still kind of boggles my mind that they did, because their style of music is just not widely accepted. Usually you don't see bands screaming about like the economy getting like number one radio play on like big rock stations back in the day, but they did. But that type of music, high energy, you have to like jump around a lot if you're a lead singer. You can't just come out there and stand, right? But one of the reasons that they haven't toured for many years, Serge, their lead singer, he has had back issues. Even after all the things, the band didn't like each other, there were all these arguments they had. They put some of that aside because they realized there's lots of money to be made and fans want to see them. So like I think they're doing a few shows this summer, but the reason they don't do more of it is simply because he's got back issues. And it's like, yeah, I bet you do. You're in your 60s. How do you play that style of music? And how can you put that type of concert on when you can't functionally move as well? I'm just saying.
Well, that's why, Prince and Tom Petty OD'd on fentanyl.
Oh.
Because they were doing it for pain management.
Right. Yeah,
they were up, Prince wearing high heels for 40 years.
Yeah.
Jumping off platforms.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how you can withstand that, right? Obviously, there's something he's doing to help with pain management.
All right, this is a hell of a segment. Let me make you feel better with this. There's rumblings that Dan Orlovsky may be leaving TV to take a coaching job. For the life of me.
Please do.
Look, there's a lot of people that we all can agree on. Most of us can agree on. Like, most of us can agree that Skip Bayless is a piece of crap.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us can agree that Colin Cowherd's really annoying. But for some reason, a lot of you like Dan Orlovsky. And I can't figure out why. I find him to be stupid. Not just he has takes that I don't agree with. I find him to generally be stupid. It doesn't matter what he's talking about. And it's not just his food takes on Twitter, although that does not help either. But he has long said, he's actually campaigned for it like a pathetic idiot on TV, that he would like to have a coaching job. He's actually said to people, oh, hire me. I'll be your QB coach. Well, maybe somebody has. There's rumors that he's going to be taking an extended break from TV, and coaching could be in his future.
I find that, I mean, again, who knows, right? I know that there have been talks about people being very interested in hiring him. Could it be as simple as NFL GMs or NFL owners watch a lot of programming? They watch a lot of ESPN. They see him on there all the time. I wish people understood this about guys like Dan Orlovsky. And this is nothing. I'm not trying to rip the guy, right? He does know a lot about football. More than most of the audience that's watching.
He played football. Of course he knows a lot about football.
No, I'm trying not to sound like I'm crapping on this dude. But one of the reasons he's on is not because he knows a lot about football solely. It's because he can deliver that information in a way that audiences seem to enjoy one way or the other. He also is fine with having jokes made about him and laughing off things where he steps out of bounds and all that. But one of the main reasons why he got paid a lot of money by ESPN and why, Stephen A. Smith has been paid a lot of money by ESPN, Skip Bayless has been paid by multiple networks lots of money, is because they never turn down an opportunity to be on the air. When they are asked, hey, will you show up Saturday at 6 a.m. to get ready for this 4 hours we're going to need of training camp discussion in the middle of July.
Will a camera be there?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They'll show up and do it. Now, they're getting paid a lot to do it. I'm not saying it's altruistic, but I'm saying that's one of the reasons why. And when he goes on, it's not like he sucks. Not like he can't put sentences together. So it has to do with his football knowledge, but it also has to do with his ability as a broadcaster. And I think sometimes people who talk about the league forget that being good as a broadcaster is very different than being able to coach a football team or instruct players on how to get the job done. You and I are not fans of his necessarily, but I know lots of people are. Fine, I'll let you live. But yeah, I don't get the hype around him of, oh, yeah, he could just pop in there and no problem, be able to coach a team.
Just be careful what you wish for, Jeff Saturday.
True enough. How'd that go?
Although
right?
He was the head coach of a team. At least Orlovsky's probably just going to be a quarterback coach.
Yeah, I mean, that does. If that's what happens, that makes way more sense.
I'm trying to think, like, is there's something in the water with that? Because they were all on the same roster together at some point, weren't they? Jeff Saturday and Dan Orlovsky and Pat McAfee.
Because Orlovsky was in Detroit, right? But did he go play for the Colts
Wasn't he with the Colts?
Maybe he was at some point. I don't remember. I know he was with Detroit. Wasn't that where he stepped out of bounds? Was when he was playing for Detroit?
Yeah, I think that's true. Did I make that up that he played for the Colts, Teddy?
He was with the Colts in 2011.
Okay. Yeah, because we used to refer to him as Beth Orlovsky. That's
and I still do. All right, give me some good news.
I forget what the good news is.
The dollar beer.
Oh, that's
dollar
right.
beer.
Yeah. I saw this today and I laughed out loud because this is just not something that I typically think about when I see college athletics. Creighton men's basketball today. They are hosting UConn at home in Omaha. The Chi Health Center?
Sure.
CHI
McBride.
It's the CHI Health Center, whatever. They are hosting dollar beverage night, they say. And
what does that mean? Just a Coke?
Well, when I first saw this, I thought, okay. Then I saw college basketball tweeting about it. Our guy, Jacob Reimer, who does a lot of college basketball coverage on our social channels, you'll see him on Twitter and Instagram and all that. He retweeted it and said, dollar beer night for UConn, for the UConn game that Creighton is hosting. I thought, is it really dollar beer night? Then I looked it up, and I mean, there's a reporter, Clayton Collier, who works there in Omaha, does their sports. He's like their, Dom Taberry. And he said, dollar beer night is here. Dan Hurley will be in the building. This could be an entertaining combination, so they're really doing dollar beer night at college basketball games. And I'm just shocked by this, Mike.
Why? Because for so many years we had schools telling us they couldn't sell beers because it was the devil's elixir.
Right.
And now it's, hey, $1. Come on in.
I mean, you had at SEC games where you had like Greg Sankey going, we can't serve beer around the children. Wouldn't be proper. And it's like, what? What? I mean, I understand beer is a part of sports culture. I have no problem with that. I have no problem if college students are near it or are able to buy it if they're of legal age. What I do think is funny is every beer company ever says, please drink responsibly. Rightfully so. They should say that. And part of the thing college administrators had a problem with is they don't want to encourage binge drinking. Great. Now, apparently the way this works at Creighton is whenever they open the doors, say an hour and a half before tip, 2 hours before tip, when you come in, it's that time until tip-off is when you have the dollar pricing. Then it goes back to normal prices.
Hide them in your pants.
Maybe they limit it. But yeah, you know what? I would take if it was just on regular beverages, I'd take that at Ohio State. Dollar beverage night, that'd be a welcome thing. But
you could also just go have a couple beers and control yourself for $2.
Well, I would think so. You would do that, but there are people who obviously don't.
Now, UConn also does this. They do theirs though for $2 a beer, not $1.
Man, what a bunch of communists. $2 for a beer.
But I'm just saying, they don't have to get people in the door. I mean, we need to do that at the shot to get people down there.
Well, no kidding. By the way, this Creighton arena, I think, holds like over 15,000, 16,000 people. I mean, it's similar sized to what we have at the shot, and they will have no problem filling this up, dollar beer night or not. I would love to see that happen here. Also, tonight, it's a big night because the halftime entertainment, Red Panda.
Oh, she's spinning the plates.
If you've never seen her at an Ohio State basketball game or any college basketball game, she's the one on the unicycle that puts the plates up on her feet and then flips them onto her head while she's on a unicycle with one foot. I've never seen anything like that. And she does this all the time. But when she's in town, it's a big game.
I love the Red Panda.
Red Panda's awesome.
And I also like the Red Pandas at the zoo. They're very cute.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Like little dogs. All right, game show coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's some stop-and-go traffic that's causing about a 10-minute delay on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and Town Street. And things are a bit slow on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Main Street and I-70. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save more money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here from Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Maybe your furnace isn't running so well. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater, or maybe it's just a leaky sink. Let my team take care of you the same way they take care of all my championship buddies. Check us out at carpentercolumbus.com.
Get ready to make the big game even bigger at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. With 2 massive jumbotrons, over 50 feet of screen, and more than 30 TVs, you won't miss a single play, touchdown, or highlight. Fuel your game with mouthwatering food and bucket specials. Plus, warm up with our pregame cornhole toss for your chance to win big before kickoff. Reserve your table now for the best seat in the house. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
If your neighbors have begged you to somehow move your ugly garage door to the back of your house, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with the sound of freshness. With new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items, so you save on all the crunch, all the flavor, all the just-picked goodness you love. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop with new low prices on apples, carrots, lettuce, celery, and more. Enjoy fresh savings on fresh produce at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
You know, Bone, I like to keep an eye on the radio industry news.
Yeah.
I saw that longtime Minneapolis morning host, Dave Ryan. He's on KDWB.
Okay.
It's a top 40 type of station, like an NCI type of thing.
All right.
He was suspended from his show yesterday because of a bit that he did last Friday.
All right.
He was back today, so just a day-long suspension. The bit was called Super Blow.
Okay.
It featured Ryan's co-host snorting food ingredients when answering incorrectly during a trivia segment. The ingredients included flour, sugar, coffee creamer, and pumpkin spice shaped in lines.
Okay. All right. So,
hey, man, sometimes it's a good idea. You know you're going to get in trouble for it, but you said, I'll ask for an apology or I'll ask for permission. What? Man, I'm like Boosh right now. Sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Uh-huh. I mean, there was a time at radio stations where the morning show would just be like, yeah, we'll be back after this. And then it would be actual cocaine on the desk. Right. So I would say if now it's like we're suspending you for snorting coffee, like don't do that. That's probably not healthy for you to snort coffee creamer, like powdered.
And pumpkin spice.
Right. But still, like that seems like it's probably not as bad as like actually just doing cocaine, which many DJs were back in the day.
All right, game show time.
All right. I'm sure no one's doing it now, Mike. Today is National Guitar Day, so I'll ask you guitar-related questions.
All right, I'm ready.
Simple. How many strings are on a standard guitar? No multiple choice here. You just have to guess. Or no.
I don't even know.
Like a regular guitar.
6.
Boom. Boom! You got it. Now, there are 4-string tenor guitars and a 12-string guitar that you can see as well, but the instrument as we know it today was developed in the 13th century. But references to instruments with a similar style date back more than 3,000 years.
Wow.
Think about that. 3,000 years ago, someone shows up to like a cave dwelling or like a hut or I don't know what they had at that time. And they're like, hey, what's that over in the corner, Dave? It's like, oh, that little thing? Oh, I mess around with that a
Let me do
little
some
bit.
finger picking for you. And I'll show you. And all the girls just like, ah!
Yeah, that's right.
I love you.
That's right. Next up, in the guitar family, where did the ukulele originate? What part of the world? Was it the Pacific Islands, Australia, or Portugal?
I mean, when I think of the ukulele, I think of like Hawaiian music and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're going to tell me I'm wrong,
Okay.
but I will go with Pacific Islands.
Ooh, sorry. While it is associated with Hawaiian music, it originated in Portugal.
All right.
Was developed in the late 19th century. Portuguese immigrants introduced the instrument to Hawaii. So let them live. That's great. Next up, what decade was the electric guitar developed? 1920s, 1930s, or the 1940s?
20s.
I would have thought so too, but it's actually the 1930s. We waited a while to get there. We were too busy using the radio to just we're sitting around staring at radios. Initially, it was used by jazz guitarists, and of course, electric guitar sounds came to dominate popular music in much of the 20th century. Now, speaking of electric guitars, or guitar, as my grandpa would call them, what folk musician was booed when he first used an electric guitar? Was it James Taylor, Leonard Cohen, or Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan.
Yeah. July 25th, 1965, he performed his first electric concert at the Newport Folk Festival. He was booed by many members of the audience during the concert. That seems unfair. I get it was new technology. I get it you liked him for what he was doing, but turned out all right for him, right?
Yeah, he's all right.
He continued to...
Except for that song about JFK that he did that was about 22 minutes long.
That one wasn't even... Again, we're loose on the definition of song, because where you're just like, yeah, and then he walked over there, and there was a hill.
It was storytelling set to
I
piano.
guess, and there was just, that was a very odd song. I think you know this one without any multiple choice, so I'm not going to give you any. Brian May, the lead guitarist of Queen, has also earned his doctorate. In what field was his doctorate?
I don't know the answer.
I thought you knew. You told me this.
I did?
I thought you... All right, fine.
Obviously, I didn't.
Fine. All right. English, mathematics, or astrophysics?
Astrophysics.
Yes, that's right. From Imperial College in London in 2007, he started his work in this field in 1971, around the time that Queen started. Title of his thesis, published in 2008, was A Survey of Radial Velocities in the Zoadical Dust Cloud.
Oh.
Which also sounds like a great album name.
Zoadical Dust Cloud.
Yeah, of course. Next up, which Fender guitar is the favored guitar of such diverse musicians as G.E. Smith, Jim Root from Slipknot, and Brad Paisley? Is it the Fender Telecaster or the Fender Stratocaster? Like a Fender Strat. Telecaster's right. Wasn't your guy, old TP, Tom Petty, wasn't he a Telecaster guy, I want to say?
G.E. Smith was once upon a time, since we're talking about SNL and their 50th anniversary, he was the band leader.
That's right.
For the SNL band. And I want to say he was married to Gilda Radner.
Oh, was he
before
really?
Gilda Radner was married to Gene Wilder. I want to say that.
I didn't realize that at all. I just remember always seeing reruns of SNL on like VH1 when I was a kid, and G.E. Smith was always the band leader they showed.
Teddy, was I talking out of my crack?
I think that's right.
He's looking it up.
The Telecaster, the electric guitar produced by Fender, together with the sister model, the Esquire, was the world's first mass-produced, commercially successful solid-body electric guitar. It was introduced in the 50s, as was the Fender Stratocaster, but it came along a little bit later. That one was offered for sale in 1954. The Strat, you might know from musicians such as Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, David Gilmour, George Harrison, and Jimi Hendrix. They all preferred that to the Telecaster, but both have been, of course, tremendously popular.
He was married to Gilda Radner.
Is that right?
From 1980 to 1982.
Also, I found out when I was looking this stuff up, the Gibson Les Paul? Les Paul was hired by Fender initially to make a guitar for them, and then they didn't like what he was coming up with, so he went over to Gibson and said, fine, you don't want this, I'll make it over here. And that's how we got the Gibson Les Paul. Next up, what is the term used for someone like Les Paul who makes guitars? A stringer, a luthier, or a carpenter? A Bobby Carpenter.
How you doing? Is that the answer?
No.
I don't know
Not
what
a Bobby Carpenter.
luthier is.
A luthier?
What's a luthier?
I don't know. Might be worth a
You know
shot.
what? I'll go with that one.
Hey, what do you know? The one that doesn't sound familiar at all. That is a craft person who builds or repairs stringed instruments with a neck and a sound box. You know what else they fix? Violins.
Very interesting.
Yeah, but they don't obviously work on things like harps or pianos. They have strings, but they don't have like the long neck.
What about like a cello?
Yeah, I'm
They
sure
do
that
a
would,
cello?
that would still fit. Yeah, anything that has that hollow body or that body and then a long neck, they would work on that.
We don't hear enough cello.
I agree with you.
I'm a big fan of the cello. I'm a big fan of Yo-Yo Ma.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Yo-Yo, my God.
Don't ask me to name another cellist because I can't.
The fact, you know what? I know of Yo-Yo Ma, but the fact you pulled that out, pretty good. You can stop the music. That's all I have.
Oh,
We're
okay.
done.
Thanks.
Are guitars awesome? Yes.
Yes.
They're really cool. Do I know how to play one? No. Would I like to learn? Yes.
I have electric guitars all over my house.
All over your house?
Yeah, in the basement. Most of them are signed.
Oh, yes, I forgot. You're in the collecting thing, right? You've got a bunch of those.
But people come over. It's like, oh, can you play me? It's like, no, I can't. I feel like a poser with these things out. It's like, no,
I got them because of they're signed by someone you like. They're decoration.
I do have one that's not signed that has a little amp next to it that I will fool around with.
Oh, sure.
I'm terrible at it.
Got to get yourself an effects pedal and then just go to town. Just start, get out there.
Get out there.
Yeah, man. Just live on that edge, baby. Just get out there.
Teddy strikes me as the type of guy that was in a garage band when he was a kid.
No, I really don't have much musical talent. I did play the trombone for a short period of time.
Hey, the ladies love the trombone.
Yeah, they do. It's got that long slide on it, you know.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Teddy.
What's that, Teddy?
How close were you to actually taking that all the way? Like going to the high school band as opposed to being a football player?
I was close. Well, maybe not that close.
No,
but I could play a little, Saints Come Marching In. That was my
there you go.
That's the thing I did.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Jazz band.
Look at that. That's Ted right there.
Marching in parades.
You know, Samantha learned how to play Saints Go Marching In on the piano. You two could start a band together.
Hey, we could, yeah.
You two is already a band.
That's fine.
I got it.
Back page up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at some slower traffic on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between Westerville and Cleveland Avenue. And we have a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 between Grandview Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. This February 21st and 22nd, honor the timeless wedding tradition and let Diamond Cellar's Blue Box be a part of your forever. Celebrate wedding weekend with buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and special no interest financing on engagement rings. Find your something blue and so much more at Diamond Cellar. February 21st and 22nd on Selmo Road or at Easton Town Center.
Guys, let's talk about something real. Ever had a bad experience in the bedroom that totally threw you off? It messes with your head, your confidence, and suddenly it's all you can think about. Next thing you know, you're avoiding trying altogether because the fear of failure is just too much. That's where Columbus Men's Clinic comes in. For over a decade, their medical providers have been helping men overcome ED and providing hope even when the pills and other treatments have failed. Their proven personalized treatments have some of the highest success rates out there, with results that bring back your confidence and connection. It's important to get your ED treated now so that it doesn't get harder to treat down the road. Columbus Men's Clinic has treatments that online pharmacies only dream about. Tonight is your night for intimacy and connection. Call Columbus Men's Clinic today at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is discreet and could be the start of something incredible. 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. And let's make tonight unforgettable. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
The Buckeyes are national champions. And you listen to it all right here on The Fan. And next year when they do it again, it'll be here on The Fan. And the year after that, well, you know the drill. Always and forever, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life, so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled, beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
Attention hockey fans, score the ultimate experience powered by Verizon.
Verizon is giving 2 lucky winners the chance to win 4 tickets to the 2025 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series at Ohio Stadium on March 1st. Plus 50 participants will have a chance to win a $50 gift card. Just stop by a participating Columbus Verizon store by February 18th to enter.
Get your shot at this unforgettable experience. Hurry to a participating Columbus Verizon store today to enter.
Must be legal U.S. resident of Ohio, age 18 years or older to enter. Void where prohibited. For official rules and full details, visit 971thefan.com/Verizon.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of the Buckeye Show, your friend and mine, and he was amazing at ping pong today. Timmy Hall.
Oh, you guys.
I mean, I couldn't beat you today, Timmy. I mean, everything I hit at you, I'm talking about rockets. You're just hitting them back with ease.
Sometimes, best thing to do, just hit it back. Let them finish.
Well, yes.
That's what I did. I just put the ball in play and let you make the mistakes.
But normally, I mean, I'm hitting winners.
Yeah.
And you're hitting them back.
Yeah. Bone, I took a conservative approach.
Yeah.
Like, what would the analogy in basketball be? Like I played a steady 2-3 zone.
Sure.
And I just waited until you went cold. I stayed at home defensively, and I waited until you went cold.
Right, you're going to let them make mistakes. You're going to work that shot clock.
Let you miss the shots.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's nice. So when I was walking by, I heard you say something like, "Gotta have a chance at 1 today." Like,
I thought 7-0.
I thought you were the one that was losing. It was him.
He beat me 7 games today.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we had some good games.
Good games. Yeah,
right. We had some close games, some spirited games.
Yep.
But ultimately, he was the victor for every single game today.
Right. There's no moral victories in ping pong.
No.
I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home and kill myself.
Had some one-point losses. Some games that got to deuce and went to the extras. But
speaking of deuce,
are
you feeling
6
it?
o'clock is 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Percolating there.
It's good.
6 o'clock is coming.
What is coming up on the Buckeye Show tonight?
We've got a very big show.
I love listening to your show while I crap.
A lot of people do that. You know, I'm sure a lot of people listen to your show while they're crapping.
Oh, absolutely.
I've done it before.
Yes.
So 6:30 tonight, the latest Ohio State Super Bowl champion, Paris Campbell, member of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Played with Tyvus, of course, here at Ohio State. Won a natty here. So we're going to have Paris Campbell on at 6:30. That's going to be awesome. We're going to talk some Buckeye basketball. They got another big game coming up tomorrow night that starts a critical 3-game homestand for them.
Got to have them.
We'd like to get them all, right? Especially,
but you especially have to get 2 out of 3.
Well, you especially have to get the one in the middle. And you need to beat Washington, too, because they're near the bottom of the standings, and they've won 2 of their last 3, but you got to beat them. Win them all, I say, but you need to get this one in at least Michigan home on Sunday. So we start that up. We'll talk
You'll get
hoops.
Michigan on Sunday because Samantha will be there.
She's going?
Yep.
She's going to get, what, 2 or 3 times on the Jumbotron?
At least. She'll be on the Jumbotron. She thinks it's her rite of passage, and she's never seen a loss. She's never seen a loss.
And it's obviously big because it's the Roddy Gale / Dusty May game.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, it is.
Roddy leaving us and Dusty being one of those other not internal candidates that was thought of for this head coaching position. Obviously went to that team up north. So a lot of fun stuff coming up. We'll talk more about the staff coming together. That's coming up at 6.
2 big hours?
Oh, yeah.
Two big hours of the Buckeye Show coming up next. Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Well, man, today is a very popular day. It's not just National Guitar Day. It is also known as Red Tuesday, but not in a good way, like a red wedding type of thing from Game of Thrones, because
Well, that's not good either.
Today is the most popular day for breakups, because they said this is the day where a lot of people in relationships will say, you know what, Valentine's Day is this weekend. I don't want to be with this person. It's not fair that they're going to go out and buy me something, or we're going to plan. I don't want to buy them something. I don't want to plan out a dinner. I don't want to go through the motions. Why don't I end it now? Because they're starting to realize I better get the reservation, buy the thing, or just admit that I'm not in love. So they said this is the day. They said 36% of people ended a relationship in the week running up to Valentine's Day. That is, of those people, 66% chose to do it on the Tuesday. So that's the day.
Have I ever told you guys this story about Sarah and I and why the romance was just sure to last, as we're still married 15 years into it here?
Mm-hmm.
Is that I got her, or she chose to break up with her then boyfriend on Valentine's Day.
I know that she did.
To come to me.
I know you were
back when we were students at KU.
You were macking on her when she was attached to someone else.
Of course I was.
And I knew.
Why not? Is that wrong?
I knew that
college.
part.
Come on.
But I didn't know it was on Valentine's Day that she broke up with him.
Let's see. I mean, I wouldn't even say that I made passes at her in that kind of way. I knew she had a boyfriend, but obviously I was interested. And it was a very well-known amongst us friends, you leave him, I'm right here. Here I am. And so, yeah, it came to a boiling over point on Valentine's Day, and she just couldn't take it anymore.
So did she just jump right into the relationship with you? I mean, there was no downtime whatsoever?
It was the start of the next work week.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's basically a Monday. Like, hey, here we go.
The animal magnetism of Timmy Hall in
that's
college.
right. Yeah.
Just,
I'll see
resist.
you Monday.
she just couldn't resist. I mean, honestly.
Love it. That's
and
great.
when you go home tonight, all her stuff will be packed. And that's the end of that.
By the way, we should have mentioned this earlier in the show, but congratulations go out to Crew 2 player, Columbus Crew 2 striker, Chase Adams.
My guy.
Okay? This dude is playing for the U.S. U17 men's national team. They are in the midst of qualifying for their World Cup for the U17s, right? So it's the U17 team for all these different countries. Well, they had to play the U.S. Virgin Islands. Don't ask me why, because U.S. is in the title. I don't know why they don't get to be a part of whatever.
They have a lot of soccer talent down there?
Well, they're just a tiny country, so
no, I know,
tiny
but I'm just
territory.
saying.
Apparently, they don't.
No, because the game last night ended up being 22-0 victory for the U.S. national team. In this game, Chase Adams, Crew 2 player, scored 10 goals.
My God!
If you scored 10 goals in a hockey game as a player, that would be an all-timer. This is a soccer game. Apparently, it was in the first 5 minutes they scored 2 goals. And it was just off to the races after that.
They don't have a mercy rule or goal rule?
No,
or
soccer's a real sport, unlike some of these other high school football and baseball, where they're just all right, we don't want to hurt the kids' feelings.
At the end of the day,
it's
though,
soccer!
We are talking about 17 and under here, right?
I don't know.
Maybe when it gets to be 15-0, we call it a day.
Barcelona has a dude who's 17 years old who's making millions of dollars a year and is one of their brightest stars.
Either way, I saw some soccer YouTuber commenting on this story, and who's one of the big superstars in the Premier League? Erling Haaland.
Erling Haaland, yeah.
Erling Haaland. he was saying like this was the most goals we've seen in any kind of U17 or U16 event since he had 9 in 2019.
That's pretty good.
When he was on a U17 squad.
That's like saying, we've never seen a quarterback do this since Tom Brady. It's like, well, that's good.
Or Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, good company to be mentioned in if you're a young player.
I'll say Irving Holland.
Yeah.
Michael Erling Haaland.
You freshly shaven, walking down the street with him, that's a good-looking couple.
Is that right?
It's going to confuse a lot of people, but I'm saying that's a good looking
not
couple.
a bit of facial hair to be found with those two.
Because I'm a woman. I look like AI Tom Brady on a good day.
You wish you looked like AI Tom Brady.
AI, I'm convinced. I'm like the woman in that plane. That MFer is not real. What that Tom Brady guy, when they showed that New Orleans background and Burkhardt standing next to
guy's not
some
real.
Ghost. This isn't a man.
That's right.
This is made up.
All right, Buckeye show's next. We'll see you tomorrow. Wildcard Wednesday tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 5-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. And you're going to find traffic is stop and go on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Audible. And if you're stuck in traffic, why not tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals? Spend some time with expert insight on better health, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free with a 30-day trial at audible.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here. Let's talk about getting you back to your best. If you lack energy, muscle mass, feel moody, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. You need to know your T level, so get tested. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be your answer, and you'll find true experts at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book the appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Life. It's full of strange twists and unexpected surprises. But at AAA, it's always been our policy to look on the plus side. And our AAA Plus members tend to take the same view. Take Martin, for example. Last Monday, his morning coffee surprised him with an extra 10 degrees of Fahrenheit. Ouch! It was just the jolt of energy he needed to start the day. Later, when his shirt was targeted by the mustard on his burger, he became a proud trendsetter.
Martin, looking good.
And when he walked face first into a sparkling glass door, he was happy to provide some much-needed entertainment for his coworkers.
I'm okay.
And of course, when his car battery took early retirement, Martin felt no resentment. He knew there was a plus side. AAA's expert roadside assistance was only a call away.
Hello, AAA. Are you in a safe location?
While we can't all be like Martin, we can become a AAA Plus member and experience the peace of mind that comes with living on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
2025 Hondas in stock, fresh off the truck.
Come test drive one during Lindsay Honda's Cash for Clunkers. Up to $2,500 or $3,500 minimum for any trade. Just bring your clunker to Lindsay. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines, both $299 a month. That's $299 a month or clunker cash going on now.
The lot is full and the deals are on.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
My name is Paul. I'm 58 years old. I lost 45 pounds thanks to the Awaken 180 program. Before Awaken 180, I was drinking Pepto out of the bottle at night to go to sleep from heartburn. I was struggling getting up and down the stairs, like tired all the time. And I didn't know that's how it wasn't supposed to be. I just accepted that's how my life is. And then one day I said, it doesn't have to be this way. I made a decision to change my life and I chose Awaken 180, and that was the best choice I ever made. I needed support. I'm a person who needed support. Awaken 180 provided that support for me. They changed my relationship with food. I changed it with their guidance. That was the whole thing. I had to change my relationship with food. And I learned how to eat. I learned healthy fats. I learned all about sugar and what it does to me. And I just learned a new way to live.
A change Paul and I both needed and we received with Awaken 180. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
At Pella, we use the newest technology to show you exactly how new windows would look on your home.
Well, we keep it simple at our window place. We use a number 2 pencil to draw what your house will look like with our new windows. See?
Oh yeah, that definitely looks like a number 2.
Thank you, Leslie. Wait. I see what you did there.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co., located right here in Columbus. Introducing their newest product, 614 Vodka, Ohio's house vodka. Perfect to make a drink at home or try when you're out at your favorite local restaurant. Learn more at 614vodka.com.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
I almost fainted when the 4 new bombshells arrived. 4 free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G phones at Metro.
No way.
And finding out the 4th line is free. Oh, things got heated.
That's wild. Join Metro and get 4 free Samsung 5G phones. Only at Metro.
Plus tax. Bring 4 numbers and an ID and sign up for any Metro Flex plan. Not available currently at T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days.
Attention lovebirds. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Diamonds Direct has the gifts to wow your special someone. From dazzling diamonds and trending gold to vibrant gemstones, pearls, even timepieces. With hundreds of stunning styles under $1,000 and an exquisite collection of one-of-a-kind luxury pieces. Make your moment unforgettable. The best selection, value, and service are waiting for you. Make this Valentine's unforgettable with fine jewelry for every budget. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Broadcasting